Recording
That ain't
started.
nothing.
Nice. Ring of Blinking, where is that? We actually got one recently.
Yeah, you got the old-fashioned way by killing the guy
Oh
that
goodness,
almost killed you with
it's in Unearthed Arcanas and they added
So
it.
is this like an actual play session or?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're just
we're gonna
waiting
start
for
a real
the
play
guy.
session here soon. Full session. Yeah.
Very cool. How long is it gonna go for?
2 hours.
Hopefully
Sure.
until it's done.
Yeah, sure. It's gonna go.
And Rogue, you said you were recording?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
has
he
his
does a
own.
good job.
Yeah, he keeps a little backlog of everything we did. So if we really have to, we can always pull that up. Where the
Yeah.
heck are the magic items from our?
I'm still
channel?
very fond every now and then I pull up the first time I ran anybody through Skull Mountain just to hear the gasps of horror as the bugbears flanked them. That was fun.
Ring of Blinking.
That was great. Also, the evil laugh.
And then in the distance from the north here.
Oh, thank
I
you.
listened
Thank
back
you very
for
much.
just the evil laugh.
So the Ring of Blinking just acts as the blink spell for a turn. Now, what's important about this is blink is just a small stance that anyone who attacks you automatically misses.
Which is fun. Oh, by the way, I was going through some stuff. I was talking to Lou Pulsifer, getting some updates on what he wants Orion to do because he still gives me feedback at least once a month on what Orion's doing in the background.
Yep.
And he was impressed because, of course, we had the player characters in the last session, sit-down session, not Discord session. We're fighting the Alliance of Pirates, and in the first round, I think was it 8 or 9 segments, Sam? Killed
9
48 levels. It was 48 levels of NPCs, and it wasn't by volume. It was one of the most body-dropping moments I've ever seen in the game.
Let's see, because it was 2 of the captains.
Rick, did you say 8 segments?
8 segments.
Yep.
Holy shit, guys.
Wow, that's fast.
It was really bad, so I was there for that.
Well, the thing is,
Like I
the
said-
party was still terrified, so...
Because, let's see.
I would be
So I was
too.
playing... I was the lowest level person there at 7th multi-classed. And also a 6th level samurai henchman was all I had. I felt very weak comparatively.
Was that
Yeah,
Clarence you were playing?
What? Clarence, yeah.
Okay.
So the fight started with me assassinating the 12th level wizard.
And it was a good thing, too. 'Cause
Yeah,
she was mean.
because she has death spell, so real good thing we didn't have her cast that. And then let's see. Then Owen, the highest level wizard that's still active.
Yeah, only
he had-
Orion and LaRue are higher level, but they're both non-active, yeah.
Yeah. So Owen was like, okay, due to different spells of this, and this, we knew that a necromancer was nearby. We didn't know if he was actually there, but he prepped a way to kill him. And he was minding his own business when
He cast Locate Object on
no,
full
his
plate.
Henchmen cast
His
Locate
henchmen.
Object full plate because he's thinking it's pirates. Almost no one is cast in armor. Almost no one's in armor, and the pirate captain who was wearing full plate blinked. This is where we got the Ring of Blinking. We got it from that guy. So like, where did he go? Because we had no idea. But then we got full plate, 12 feet below us through solid stone.
That can only be one person.
And it was Dismar the Unexpected, one of the necromancers working under Pathin. So Owen cast his spell to kill him. Phase Door. Because if you're ethereal, Phase Door instantly kills you. Well, it kicks you out of being ethereal. When you're in solid stone is an instant kill.
Yeah.
So he cast Phase Door and Dismar, killed him. The 12th level assassin pirate captain tried to kill Owen after the spell was cast. But then a combination of his manservant
And his monk bodyguard.
and his monk bodyguard killed the assassin actually due to wounding. And then
Nice.
we located the pirate captain that was blinking, and our fighter Ingrid used the Vorpal sword to instantly kill him. So 12th level magic user, 14th level necromancer, 10th level fighter, 12th level assassin, and 2 second level men at arms were all killed in the same round.
A lot of dead bodies.
It was bad. It was a bad day.
Well, the thing was that the fight kept going because everyone passed morale and they ran in, and
There was
things
a
got worse because the third pirate captain was far away and inactive.
yeah, he was a bard, so we had issues with that guy.
I think you mean
Luckily
Dark
for
Deceiver.
us,
I think you mean Dark Deceiver.
no, old school bard.
First
Old
edition
school-
bard that was evil. Yeah.
7th level fighter, 8th level thief, 6th level bard.
Remember, I'm not a killer DM.
And then, luckily for us, we did once again completely just give the Grandfather of Assassins way too much money. And we had him kill the 17th level monk that was also on the island before we assaulted.
But
I'm
you
gonna
can tell
ping
the weirdness
Carberry real
about that
quick.
because it matters. What's that?
I'm picking Carberry.
Please do. I tapped him earlier, but I don't think he saw it.
Yeah, he's currently offline. He might just be on his way home since.
I'm about to say we'll give him
Or
a
he
little.
could be
we
letting
can
his
give him
dog
6
out.
more- Yeah, I'm about to say we give him 6 more minutes. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, he mentions 8 p.m. 2:19. He has the holiday off, so it's probably just he's doing something. He's in what, Alaska?
Anchorage.
Probably
Yeah,
getting
he's-
dinner.
He's way up north. He may have made a mistake about the time change. All sorts of crazy stuff. But we'll give him some time. Besides, there's a lot of flavor text coming up, so that'll help.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are in Seaward City, and we've been calling that so much. I'm about to change the map to just call it Seaward City.
A bunch of really powerful people have started calling it Seaward City, so it's probably called Seaward City.
Well, it made sense to call it just Seaward when I started because the entire kingdom was a city.
Yeah.
So
Oh no, it definitely made sense at the time. What the heck? Just a moment. Just my. There we go. Just get my notes all squared away. Let me update my character sheet actually, because I did not write down the magic items we traded across from each other.
Yeah, I just went and wrote those all down.
So let's see. I have a singular +1 dart, my beloved.
guys hear me
+1
okay?
dagger.
okay, good. My microphone glitched for just
Yep.
a second. Yeah.
Let's see. I passed at one point. Dang, Carberry took the boots.
Yep.
Wand of Trap Detection. How many stars is on that wand?
Notes. Hold on. 54.
Nice. Like enemy detection, but for traps.
Exactly right.
Nice. You see, I don't know why none of you guys were trying to take that first thing. Like that's super strong.
Which one?
The wand of trap detection.
Hmm.
I don't need it if you have it.
The sign of open.
I admit not
nearly
knowing
as
how
the
to
sign
use
of
it real
open-
well.
I've opened the way.
Oh, the Eye of Opening the Way. One of the best items around.
But sadly, we have not found one ever.
I think it's best the chime of opening is in your hands, honestly.
And yay, my armor class is now 3 because of my ring of protection +1.
I need a clipboard.
Oh yeah, we would need the apparatus of Qualls, which is going to be very funny when we decide to use it for funny things.
How many apparatus of Clawish have I handed out in the last 3 games? 3?
2.
3. 2. Okay.
Where is Carberry?
Yeah, I'm worried about Carberry. I hope he doesn't think it's a 9 instead of 8.
He's better at time zones than me, so he should be.
You live in Alaska, you better be really good at it, man.
Yeah, because you're far away from everyone. What's the population of Alaska?
Let's look it up.
I'd say Google's our friend. Hold on.
Population of Alaska. 733,000.
Wow.
That's messed up. So, you know, the Atlanta metro area has 6 million people, so dang. Fun fact, the Atlanta metropolitan area is larger than the state of Massachusetts.
Also, compared to most other states, Alaska is actually pretty expensive to live in because actual habitable parts, very rare.
Yep. You gotta be pretty resourceful.
When I was in the Army, I had a good friend, Frankie Lord. He was Special Forces. He was hardcore. And every other year he took a vacation. He'd get this, I don't even know if it's available now, but he'd get a very expansive sort of hunting license. And he would get dropped off in the wilds by a bush pilot. They just drop him off, and he'd have his gun, his licenses, hiking gear, etc., and 3 days of food, and he would hunt and hike his way back to civilization.
If my one hunting hobbyist from my workplace is correct, that license is probably still there because how hunting licenses work are very variable from each state.
Yeah.
But almost every state, if you're a resident, has a universal permanent hunting license you can buy for really expensive amounts.
Yep.
I don't think Minnesota has that, but we're.
Not every state has it, but most. My coworker was.
So you guys still up in Minnesota? You still take fishing opener as a state holiday?
I mean, it happens to kind of correspond with Mother's Day as well, so you're taking that day off for one reason or another.
Absolutely. I remember every year. Okay, I'm taking a long weekend. Why? Fishing opener. How about your mom? Fishing opener. Yeah. And I remember when I was working at CompuCom up in the Twin Cities. We were there one day. I'd been working there not very long, and it started snowing. Like, oh, John's not coming in. Why? He's getting his snow machine out, man.
Yep.
Just waiting on Carberry. Let's give him a couple more minutes.
I'm gonna give him 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, we'll start up. Is there any bookkeeping, anything you want to do offline? Something happened in between first?
We don't really have the time, sadly.
Bookkeeping. I don't think there's anything we really queued up.
Oh, I'm just saying, if there's anything like you want to say, like I want to transfer all my money to platinum pieces, something silly like that.
I mean, like, it is the most weight-effective form of currency.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm so close to leveling up.
Don't you hate it when you're
7th
that
level.
close?
I'll become a master in the halberd.
Ooh, nice.
5 every 2 when it comes to attacks. With a weapon of sharpness. Real scary.
I should never let you get those magic items, but it's not my fault.
I mean, like,
we
we had to go through the heckin' Crystal Veil to get that. I am still just so... Where the heck did Carberry go? Hopefully he's fine.
I suppose Marin will take you up on converting gold pieces to platinum.
Yeah, because in Seaward, that's very, very common, simply because the trade that they do, they get a lot of platinum pieces in, but then from foreign territories, but most local countries only take gold, so they're more than willing to trade platinum for gold.
Yep.
It's actually long been one of the weirdnesses.
Is there any charge for it?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
They just count it as doing business.
Alright. Cool. That saves me a good little bit of weight. Otherwise,
why I mentioned
otherwise, Marin makes a habit with his boots just to go back and forth to his strong box in Old Bridge, so.
Sure. That wouldn't take long at all, would it? Alright, let's see here. Any questions about how the boots work? You guys have been pretty good with them.
Which boot?
Which boots?
The 7 League boots.
No, I think that makes sense. That first step's got to
But-
be 21 miles, or the maximum
first step
miles for whatever the distance or whatever terrain he's covering.
Yeah.
It is
Exactly
implied
right.
that it is implied that it's not 21 miles. It's a multiplier of whatever speed of train he's in, right?
The way it works is, and let me go through my notes here. Your minimum step is a league, 3 miles.
Okay.
And your maximum step is 21 miles. And you can take no more than 7 steps a day of any distance.
Okay.
Whack.
So you go a long way, and you remember you can only carry your encumbrance with you, so you could potentially carry 1 or 2 people with you. But
Yep. Which we've used to great effect.
you have.
It's funny how to stop that one bozo from escaping.
Yep.
When we annihilated the Thieves Guild in Seaward.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You-
we're going to learn once we get back that the hand axe men were also just completely annihilated by the Company of the Dark Moon.
Well, fun.
Yeah. So it was like a side effect of something else.
Yeah, it was
Alright,
a
we're
side
gonna-
effect for us doing something completely different.
We'll give Carbier 1 more minute. We'll start going. I
Yep.
hate to do it because but yeah,
He's
we'll
paying.
start in a minute. Well, it's not just the paying part. He's an integral part of the company right now. You guys have got a pretty good team going on here with good characters.
I mean, he's the one who chose the name, so.
Yeah, and not only that, but I just hate excluding players when we start late. But I'm going to give him a minute or two, and we'll try it again. Wish we had his phone number. We give him a text onto his phone.
I know.
Yeah, let me try something quick, actually.
Maybe Rogue does. It would be the weirdest thing that Rogue has.
Well, you can ring people up on Discord, so let me see if this will go through.
That's true. Maybe we should try that. Maybe we'll hear the ringing on the voice on Discord.
Yeah,
We
let me
call
just
him.
pause the recording.
All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're 21 minutes in, and we can catch them up right quick because a lot of the first part is fluff. I'll be honest with you. All right. So you guys are in Seaward City. You are in the Inn of the Recalcitrant Dragon, which is the nice inn that's on the dock front on the north. The inn itself, of course, shows a dragon that's dipping its toe in the water and obviously cold and doesn't want to go into the bay. All right. And you're meeting with Abdul Al-Jafar, who is the agent of whoever this guy is. He's smaller than average the area, but very handsome, very well spoken, and he has virtually no accent. We've already discussed what he's discussed with you, and he's telling you now that he would love to take you out to meet his master on his boat. There, where you can speak freely and not be overheard, you'll learn more details about what's going on.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so it leads you down. There's a boat by one of the docks. It's about 24 feet long. It's got a beam of about 8.5 feet, and it's got 2 sets of oars, so 4 rowmen because it's wide enough that you got 1 guy per oar on 4. And he asks you to join him, and he will take you to his master's ship.
All right.
Okay. He tells you that if you accept the mission, another ship will be sent back for your servants and for your horses and gear. And you can come with that ship to make sure everything is hunky-dunky. You move out, and as you're pulling out into the bay, you realize that the men at the oars have sort of blue-green skin, and they start moving faster and faster, and the boat actually starts kicking up a wake, and you pull out, and you very quickly are about 4 miles offshore, and ahead of you is a bank of fog in front of you. You pierce through the fog, and on the inside is the weirdest, goofiest ship you've ever seen. It's about 400 feet long and about 250 feet wide, and it's a catamaran. It's got 2 massive hulls, and in between them is a gigantic platform of wood.
Huh.
The catamaran hulls on the outside have oars, and they've got 40 oars on each side. So for a total of 80 oars. And up on the wooden platform in the middle is what looks like, basically, at the front, a wooden sort of fortress, and in the middle, as you approach, it's hard to see because you come under the edge of the ship, a massive silk palanquin, or pavilion. The little boat you're in pulls up underneath, and a door opens, and it actually swims, floats inside one of the hulls. And you see, and then the door shuts. And you see that there's a staircase leading up the 4 stories to the platform above.
Guys, I'm beginning to think this is a bad idea. Let's keep going.
No.
Let's
this
hear
guy's
it off.
The bonus is going to be awesome.
I know, like, if we can actually get it on time, so much money.
So, Abdul leads you up the stairs, and you come out at the open deck, and you see that this, as you go up, you see that there's a kitchen here, a dining room. You see quarters. It's basically a full, massive, 400-foot long, 30-foot wide galley, and there's 2 of them in the platform. As you get to the top, you see servants arrive, and 2 beautiful women come up and actually literally start scattering flower petals in your path as you go towards the middle of the platform. And under the big pavilion, you see towards the bow of the pavilion is many rugs, very ornate rugs, and at the end, propped up on pillows, is a tall, heavy-set, fleshy man that looks kind of like Abdul. He has a silk turban with a fist-sized garnet holding it together in the front. He's smoking a cigar, and next to him is a 16-inch tall blue man with serrated ears with tiny little rings on every finger, who's also propped up smoking a tiny little cigar and drinking wine and looking at you. And on the other side from him is a woman in a voluminous dress, basically a hijab, but it's diaphanous. You can vaguely see her face through the thin silk, and she's obviously a 3-foot-tall genie who sits there. And the servants walk you forward and ask you to sit down around a small, low table. You have to sit cross-legged there. And on it are spread out dried dates, figs, sharp cheeses, and goblets of wine. And the female there, the genie, says, "My master would like you to sit so he can tell you what's going on."
All right, I'll do so.
You
What
sit.
color are his eyes?
Who, the boss guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely human. He has sort of golden brown eyes. He has
Same as
other
Abdul?
servants around. There's obviously there's a genie next to him. Obviously a genie, but he's 8 feet tall, built the size of an ogre, but burly, with a huge scimitar, and he's obviously a bodyguard genie.
Hmm.
And Abdul has similar golden brown eyes.
Abdul looks like a perfect human. He's just got brown eyes.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, so the man says something in a language you don't recognize unless any of you speak Arya. No. Okay.
Let me check my
And the
language
woman
slots.
says, the woman says, "I speak for my master, Jemshid al-Hajjaz, and he is from Shiraz. And he asks you to forgive him for his misdirection, but his plans are important in his homeland, and he wishes to keep them secret. The words that you say under the silk palanquin will not be heard outside of it, so you may speak freely here."
That's good.
What questions do you have before he tells you more facts?
I'm good for now. I don't know about you guys. I kind of wanted to just hear what the mission could be.
Yep, I'm all right.
Yep.
He speaks again, and she says, "My master apologizes that he was unclear or perhaps even deceitful. He wanted to make sure that you were committed to a long voyage and a difficult journey. But he assures you that for men of your caliber, this will be easier than you suspect.
Okay.
It will take us 6 days at sea to reach the coast of where we are going. My master says that then you'll be set down upon the shore gently at dawn, and by sunset you should be at the place you are going. a city.
Okay.
The city has fallen into ruins. A map will be provided to you. It has been divined by spells and by contacting the genies of other worlds. You're going to go there and search 4 houses, and in it you must find an object. If you return that object to my master, you will receive your payment, 1,000 gold pieces per person in your party to be distributed as you see fit, and 10 potions of extra healing. If you return within 48 hours, you will receive a great boon for each and every one of you, as long as you have the object. Is this clear?
I thought you'd said
Yes.
15 days previously, at least in the text chat.
Excuse me. My master apologizes. He said that it would be a very long, arduous mission to make sure that you were committed.
Okay. And what is this object?
He speaks to him and he replies, "We prefer that it be a box of lemon wood. This box of lemon wood will be approximately 1 of your yards long and a hand wide and a hand high. It will be highly polished, and it will look as if you had dropped lemons and honey together onto water. Very beautiful. It will be clasped with platinum hinges and a platinum clasp, and there will be wizard marks on it, sealing it, proving that it has not been opened. That is far preferable. If you can bring that to him
Unopened. Okay.
unopened, that alone, regardless of the time, will get you a bonus. If this box is broken or opened already, he is looking for a rod of metal.
Okay.
The rod is about
And
as long as your forearm, and one end has a handle of wrapped leather, and the other is pierced with a hole approximately the width of your thumb.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. It
did
will
I
not
understand
radiate
correctly-
magic.
He insists that this device, none of these devices are enchanted in any way.
Okay.
And did I understand correctly that it's in one of 4 known houses that we'll have a map to?
Yes, we will provide a map, and that is one of the 4 houses that have survived the destruction of the city that you are going to. The many years have not been kind to this city.
Okay, so we're looking for the scepter of some ancient king. Or sultan.
I have an idea what it is, but it's metagamey.
Something with symbolic value.
Hey, Carberry's online. Let's see if he's going to sew up. While he's online, while we wait a little bit for Carberry.
We'll give him a couple minutes. We can catch him up on this real fast.
But I actually think, okay, something highly valuable that does not radiate magic. My bet, it's a part of the Rod of 7 parts.
Could well be.
Because it won't radiate magic. It's an artifact. Artifacts don't radiate magic.
What?
Artifacts don't radiate magic. It's one of the problems with trying to interact with artifacts. If you don't know what's an artifact or not.
Yeah, you have no idea. It states very clearly. Well, it's not that clear, but according to the rules, artifacts and relics don't radiate magic.
No, they don't.
There's something else. There's something else. Yeah.
So that's why I'm guessing that the rod won't generate magic. Because it's an artifact. And that's why he doesn't want it opened, because that means we tussed it, which means we're under artifact curses. So he's trying to be considerate for us.
The Route of 7 parts has some interesting implications too. I've read that description once or twice.
Yes. And
Yo, Carberry. If you're talking, we can't hear you, brother.
He might be being set up.
He's getting set up. We'll give him a couple.
And plus, like, we would also need to give him time so that he can, like, memorize spells and stuff.
Oh, sure. We'll make sure he's got plenty of time.
Looking at this map you gave us, Rick.
Yo.
I see Is it just the target we are looking at? Those group of 4 buildings?
Yeah, the target is the 4 buildings you have to search.
Okay. Can they describe what happened to this land? Why is this place abandoned?
Sure. She'll ask and he'll speak, and then he'll pause for a moment. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a miniature little chest. It looks like a snuff box. Opens it, and there's a sort of a smell of the sea and the sound of waves, and a wizened old man with blue-green skin appears. Obviously a genie. He's about 5 feet tall. And she asks him the question, and he whispers to her, and she says, "It is said that years ago, the city fell upon a curse for witches moved there. And one of the witches had a son, and his birth so scared the inhabitants that they fled the city, and it fell into ruin over time."
Oh.
Samedi
That's what I'm worried about.
is the sun.
Maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yay!
There we go.
Yay!
Could you
All
hear
right.
us?
Yes, gentlemen. Ziz.
So
Sorry.
we did start a little bit without you. We
No, as you should. My God, never wait on me. I'll catch up.
Hey, listen, you didn't miss
Like a
much.
true Marine.
Basically,
so
you went
we
out
got
to this massive. Go ahead.
So we decided to take okay, because we were told if you listen to the zombie, you can say no. So we're like, let's just go on and just see.
Oh no. Dismas got word from Sianches that this guy was okay.
Yeah.
He's on board. Yeah.
So we went on board this massive boat that's connected by a wooden palace
It's a
thingy.
catamaran galley where each imagine 2 galleys 400 feet long and 30 feet wide, attached to each other by a 150-foot wide platform that's covered in silk palanquin and a fortress where a sultan sits. That's what you
in
got.
the silk
Pavilion.
pavilion blocks scrying from the outside.
That's beautiful. We had a series of they were like ink paintings. I don't think were actually like paintings in our admin office, and they were like fake naval paintings, and one of them was like 2 World War II destroyers that were connected as a catamaran with a big sail and mast coming up, and the thing's like on tilt, so only one destroyer's actually got the hull in the water. And I've never been able to
badass.
I've never been able to find that series of paintings.
I would
Again.
own that. I would put that painting in my office, honestly.
But
Matt,
say,
Matt,
that
if
sucker
you can
be
get a
on my
picture
wall
of
so
that,
fast.
I want to see
Yeah.
this.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
So-
then we were told that
Anyway.
we are looking for a box that looks like lemon, that it has the color of lemon and honey mixed together in water is the color of the box. The box is covered in wizard marks that show if it's been opened or not. They would like it if it wasn't opened. And if it is forced open for whatever reason, we must make sure to return a rod with a hollow point in the top and a letter handle at the bottom.
Yeah, it's got a hollow at one end, a hole at one end, and a leather grip on the other. That's all he wants. Everything else you can keep.
Everything else in the city is ours to keep. If we can return it 48 hours after landing, we get a boon.
Okay, well, I would suggest we go straight for the source. We grab that thing, and then we start looting afterwards.
Oh, heck yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And then we asked about, you heard the legend of the city, right? And how it came to ruin.
No, I caught on. There was
Sure.
a witch's son.
Yeah,
We're afraid of Samedi.
the birth of the son of that wisp caused great ruin to fall to the city. Oh! It's Carcozy?
It's Carcozy.
Oh no! Okay, so
What
fun
have we got
fact.
ourselves into?
I might have got there from the yeller, but yeah. Wait, are we looking at Euclidean geometries or non-Euclidean?
I sure hope we're okay. So technically, I'm just gonna state this as a metagame thing. Greystar does not like to talk about this, but he has been there. He's been to Carcozy. He's fought in Carcozy.
And
That we killed what was there and left without doing anything else. I thought Carcozy was inland.
It is. You're gonna land you on the coast. And you're gonna go inland.
Eh.
It's a day inland.
Okay.
It's 15 miles off the coast along a road that has long been abandoned, but for some reason it's still well maintained.
But Carcosa is one of the places where we killed the people there and left because we decided not to loot the place. So yeah, no, I do know who was born in Carcosa. The Covenant of Dark Moon knows who was born in Carcosa and caused its curse.
And who was it?
Baron Samedi.
I knew it.
Ah.
That's the only type
You
of
did
thing
it.
sports
You do it.
that work
Matter of
is-
fact, give your character 100 experience points for you figuring that out off the legend. All right.
And yeah, after the adventure, I'll tell you who we killed there. But it might not be nearly as bad as it previously was.
Well, hopefully you killed all the important bad people.
We killed some important bad people.
Yeah, that's all. That's all anyone can ask.
All right. So, are you guys going to agree to the job?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I
All
mean,
right, well,
like,
they're gonna-
even if we're slow, it's money.
Well, they're going to send you back with a bigger ship from the other galley that will be able to transport all your servants and your horses back.
Yep.
You do this
Yeah,
one?
We bring
So
the spearmen?
Yeah. You can bring out all your horses, all your henchmen, and everything else. And they say it's late in the day, so they encourage you to. They're going to show you your quarters, which are very expansive for galleys, and they say you'll have dinner brought here, and we'll sail in the morning. They'd like to see you on the deck about dawn.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wait, do we have like? Are we on the outside of the ship? So we have portholes. Or are we in internal cabins? So we're saving money, but we're still getting the full cruise experience.
You celebrate, brother. My brother and my sister-in-law cruise like 12 times a year, and they're like, we get a cabin with an outside window once a year because that's how we can afford to do it 12.
Yeah.
You actually have an outside. You have outside cabins, but they face inside, so they're under the wooden platform.
Oh, all right.
But it's very nice.
We're not
and,
getting we're not getting like sweat dripped on us from the rowers. Well, I mean, they're genies. I guess they don't sweat. So.
Oh, there's
Well, they
there's-
do, but
Well, you're going to find out. So far, you haven't seen any rowers anywhere. As a matter of fact, you don't see anywhere. The outside of each galley is blocked off, but it's only about a foot. You have no idea what's going on. It's very strange.
Oh, great. Okay.
Unseen servants?
we don't need to worry about that then. Listen, man.
Yeah.
If this super rich guy is like, I'm going to pay you 1,000 gold pieces to give me a stick, I'm gonna be like, sure thing, boss man.
Yeah. And again, Cianches did tell Dismas that
Well,
the guy's
yeah.
that the agent's good, so we're probably not.
The agent's good. The guy might be neutral himself, but
Right.
I he ain't evil looking. Evil tends to be pretty obvious in this setting.
Yeah, it's true. Well, there's one exception, but that's well known.
Yeah, well, there's two exceptions.
Okay, there's two exceptions. That's right.
Grandfather looks like an ordinary, well-dressed man. And Pathin the Foul, when he's in disguise, you can't tell it's him.
You guys know who George Hamilton, the actor from the 70s and 80s, is? Was in he was in a couple Columbo episodes. He was in Zorro the Gay Blade.
Oh no! What happened
No!
to Carberry? He's like, I do not want to be part of this conversation. Just disappeared. He's probably just as us in something. He probably couldn't hear us or something.
Almost certainly.
He'll be back.
We'll give him a minute or two. Let me find a picture of George Hamilton. I'll show you what Pathin looks like when he's hiding himself, his nature.
Me just waiting for the next guy that looks like George Hamilton to show up in Seaward just to cut him down.
Yeah, talking about George Hamilton, I'm really showing my age. It's like when my dad used to talk about how he was a big fan of Ginger Rogers.
What happened to Carberry?
Well, while we're waiting for him, I'll just, I realize I have not ever fully done the math for Nelvin's, XP. He's third something.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
But,
What class is he?
He's man-at-arms scoundrel.
Nice.
Heck, damn it! Come on.
So he's probably topped out a couple times.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, he definitely topped out at least twice. So it's the math of okay, you got to calculate how much. He definitely met requirements
Did he top out
for
this
second
session?
level.
Yes.
Then it's however much he backed off. I think
Goodness. Yeah, next time we see a guy looking like that, we just cut him down.
Oh. By the way, my wife is amazing, and her timing is perfect.
Hey, Carberry's
There's
back.
the man.
looks
There's
very
the man.
Indian.
All right, Carbear, we're gonna wait for your 1, 2, 3.
No, don't take your time. We know you're.
Take your time. Take your time.
Let's assume you can even hear us.
Hello?
Hello.
Sound like you're at the bottom of a well.
You need Fido to get you.
Why did I write that? Okay.
All I can think of now is the movie Wayne's World. The dog barks. Wayne's down a well. Roof. Oh, he's at the front door. Okay.
You talking, Carberry? Because we can't hear you.
Yeah, Carbear, we can't hear you, but we're being patient. So what do you guys think of what Pathan looks like when he's in disguise?
Gentlemen?
Very Indian.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, my headset died, and now I'm on a microphone and speakers. So
That's
sorry.
fine.
You actually sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Sound pretty good.
I should do a podcast.
You should. All right,
guys.
so
Yeah.
I call it Listen Up Knuckleheads. And then
so unless you guys want to do something weird, the night will pass uneventfully, and servants will wake you at dawn, and they're going. The food's it's good, but it's weird. For example, at breakfast, you're given a glass of thinned yogurt with dill and mint to
Oh
drink.
goodness.
A
He's
bunch of
just flexing.
flatbread and black olives.
Nice. Okay, but I love flatbread and black olives, though.
Yeah, you get that honest from me. Yeah. But when you come up on deck, you see that there's a massive setup, and there's a pot of tea, really strong tea with cardamom, and glasses set up so you can have your morning caffeine if you need it. And you see that Jemshid, the master of the ship, is prepared. As you guys all settle in, he asks you to settle in with your servants. The henchmen are being treated like royalty too. The horses all have a groom from the ship. Jamshid points, and the wooden sort of forecastle, it looks like a miniature keep, folds down like a trick box, and inside are two genies. One is facing forward, and he has his hands upon a bar that looks like the lever doors where it's an L-shaped lever, but it's sticking straight up, so it looks like a tiller. And behind him, facing back, is a gigantic genie the size of a fire giant, but you only see him from the waist up, and he has oars in front of him, and he slides them out, and you hear all 80 oars go out, and this one genie starts pulling, and magically all 80 oars in the galley start pulling.
Man, if only I had that kind of money. Oh.
And in a few moments, you're doing 5 knots across the water, heading out across the ocean.
Wacky.
And he tells you to settle in. In 6 days, you'll be at the coast. They're taking it the long way because he is afraid of running into the pirate.
Ah, yes.
So?
They're going to loop all the way around the demon's tears, the demon's
Remember,
eye.
we're a little back in time, so the pirates are still alive.
Yeah, matter of fact, that ship that you saw in the distance in the last game, Sam, was this ship. I was hoping the timing would work out, and I was right.
It just barely does.
I mean, it's almost exactly perfect.
Yep.
So you guys are going to spend 6 days out here, and basically you guys are worried about putting on weight and getting soft because there's plenty of food, there's plenty of wine, there's a lot of servants to take care of all your needs. Your horses have never been happier.
Even though they're on the water.
Oh, the platform's big enough that the grooms take them out and give them a little exercise, walking them in circles and trotting every day.
We're still going to heck and die, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
So let me roll some encounters. What I should see. Really? Well, I've had that dice 12 years. No, 15 years, and it's going forever.
Eh.
Yep. That's okay. And okay, on the third day, no, excuse me, the fifth day, I apologize. You see a war galley in the distance, and it approaches, and it raises a flag of Banath.
Okay.
The ship that's on raises a couple of flags, and then the war galley turns and continues on its patrol.
I was scared there for a moment.
And that's the only encounter you have the entire time. Yes. The
It could've
weather's
been
been
horrible.
extremely good. You had some light rains on the third night, and a bit of fog on the fifth day, and that's it. But late, well, excuse me, on the sixth day, they tell you they're going to slow down. This is not going to affect anything about your pay or the timing. They want to make sure that they drop you on the coast first thing in the morning the next day. So they're going to slow down so that you only arrive on the coast on the very early morning of the seventh day.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
Excellent. Ogre's back. So you guys, as the dawn comes up, the ship starts moving again. The Genie oars are pulling. And before long, you can see the outline of the coast. And they get the two boats ready. Take your servants, and your horses on two groups very quickly to shore. And they tell you, you're going to find a patch of trees. These are called the Pirate Woods. Travel due east, and you will come to a north-south road. There is a road heading west that should be within sight of when you reach land if you go due west. Follow that road 15 to 16 miles, and you'll find the ruined city. Once there, you can go search the buildings. But they also tell you very clearly that the master, Jamshid, used his powers to do a divination last night. And they warn you, he said, do not go near the cathedral.
Okay.
Okay.
Except.
Well,
All
all
right.
right. I guess.
No.
Sure.
I would not honestly if the funny Arabian man who runs the ship tells you not to go someplace, I wouldn't.
Nope, I'm on that page. Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I don't care how many platinum pieces are in that building. It better be a lot of them before I'm willing to go in there.
Might be trying to hide something there, but I don't care.
Like I
By the
said,
way,
100,000.
You guys haven't figured it out. The scholars would know this. He's got a hin familiar. The guy running the ship is obviously a very high-level summoner.
Oh.
Oh,
Indeed.
that makes sense.
And I let's see here. Dawn comes. Let me check one thing right quick. And you guys make it to shore without event. And they tell you that they're going to, the ship itself will be over the horizon, but just 3 miles offshore with lookouts will be the boats waiting for your return. And you arriving at the coast is the deadline, not you getting to the ship.
Got it. Five experience points.
5 experience points? Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense.
It basically means that next
Goodness.
adventure you will automatically level up again.
All right. I have managed to misdo my the math for Nelvin. We're going to fix that.
Do you have any idea how often that happens?
I've been using 2%.
That is also fine. Basically, so long as it means that next adventure you'll level. Unless it's like you fight 2 kobolds in your 9th level.
That's always a problem.
It
As
has
a matter
to
of
be
fact,
something
sometimes when I set it up so you guys can't get back to town for a while, I'll break the rules and say you can level twice. It just takes 4 weeks.
Yeah, how it's set up is the exceptions to the experience point rule is if you clear something so dangerous, he lets you level up twice anyway.
Or like, oh, I teleported you to another plane and you can't get to your trainers, so it's not your fault. I'll let you level up twice anyway. Yeah.
No, once you're high enough level to survive on the planes, you do self-training, so as long as you can find a safe spot on the planes, you can level
Exactly right.
up.
So,
But the other exception is if you fight someone who has an artifact, you can level up twice.
absolutely.
So
Which is
after
why
we
they're
give this
spoiled
guy
to
the
fight
rod, we can
Gax.
Fight him and level up twice.
All right.
Yeah,
so
if you can go fight Gax, then it'd be great if you guys could kill Gax, but like.
all right,
I doubt
crew. Any
Yep.
questions before you go ashore? Ashore you go.
Yep.
And you'll land there and it's quiet.
Yeah, we're just down in the
Yeah.
apps. It's basically imagine the nice parts of the Balkans before all the wars.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Thank you for specifying.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine.
What was that, Carberry?
Hey, Carberry.
the last time there were no wars in the Balkans was before man entered the earth.
Okay, how about this? The Balkans before the 20th century.
Okay, so
Yeah.
slightly fewer wars.
Yes, and without
Yeah,
the big explosives.
Yeah, there was no industrialized warfare. The Aths are very different than Seaward. They have a lot of territory, but it's very much the whole. They have a massive city, and then there's wilderness to the next town, then wilderness to the next town, then another massive city that's a different country. Very Transylvania from mythology and TV movies. So you're perfectly safe here on the coast, but let's see. You got a ranger in the party. Is that a scout?
Scout.
Yeah, I have a
The
ranger
scout
and
and
we
a
always have
ranger.
a scout.
Oh, the scout's gonna win. Yeah, the scout guides you right through the forest, and you're barely any time at all. You see the road, and you can tell the north-south road that hugs the coast is used a lot. But the road heading west, that's just about a quarter of a mile north of where you come out of the woods, is actually got weeds and dust on it where it's used so seldom.
Oh, boys, let's go west!
Now you can see just off to your right, you can see the smoke from fires from a village about, you'd say, 2 miles north. And again, about a mile and a half south, you see even lights from a village as people are getting ready. But right here is just completely empty and you're ready to go.
Let's try not to deviate from the mission. Like, we're getting paid a fair bit, especially those potions of extra healing.
Mm-hmm.
That means
And-
that I do not feel nearly as bad about using my own potions of extra healing this adventure.
Yeah.
My
Glad you guys are
apologies here, Rick.
traveling.
I was focusing on
Yeah.
something else. Are we approaching from the south or from the north?
The coast runs north-south, and the road you're taking goes due west. So you're going to be coming at it from the east.
Coming at it from the east. Okay.
So as you travel, it's at first it's just a normal. You're traveling to the countryside. About noon, you break for food. Rest the horses, wipe them down a little bit. Everyone gets a bite to eat, some water. Goes off to the bushes to kill spiders, and you continue on. But after that, it slowly but surely gets different. The countryside changes. The trees are more gnarled. You can tell this area has actually got some sort of blight going on. And you get a sense of unease at all times. There's fewer and fewer songbirds and more crows and ravens. The grass is a little more sere, the trees are a little more twisted and bare. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Until about, you'd say, 90 minutes before sunset, you see the broken walls of Carcosa ahead of you, with the sun behind them, casting shadows in your direction. You can see where once there was a mighty city gate, now it's just ruins. And just south of where the road enters the area, a few straggling buildings leaning on each other, the only remnants of a once proud city.
Do we want to? What's our timeline? Could we camp outside
gotta
and go
be-
at dawn?
We could do that, but we have 48 hours to
Yeah.
get back to the
Can
coast.
Can we pick a campsite on the way there so that when we come back, we know how to find it in the dark?
Oh,
Well, what you find interesting is that you look around here, you can see a spot off to the side in the hollow where obviously there have been fires built for hundreds of years. You can see where there's a pit dug in, where there's soot against the rock, and the pit's deep enough that in the night the light would not be visible for more than 50 yards.
It's in a dell.
What?
So, what do you guys think? We go in it
Band of
go in
Brothers
at night and then come back to the camp?
It's in the dell.
Go into the cursed city at night?
That was kind of my thought.
Well,
Maybe
if we don't
That's a
go at
great
night, we don't
idea.
make it back in time.
Listen,
That's
We'll
you.
okay.
travel through the night.
I'm all for trying to get this done as quickly and as efficiently as possible, but I also like to live.
They'll never expect it.
I think when you're talking about I think you're talking about the actual demons.
Yeah, they sleep at night because they know that nobody's coming.
Feed on them.
Me, when the creature that does not need to sleep sleeps at night.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would. So, how many hours into this are we from the moment that the clock started ticking?
Okay, so you landed, you're here now. That's going to be 9 hours.
Okay, so how long till dawn from right now while we're outside the city?
14 hours max. Max.
Shoot. Okay,
Okay.
so we're at 23 hours and we have 48. So we can have.
it takes us
that-
9 hours to get back. So we
No,
eat this
no, it
place in
doesn't. Takes you guys 9 hours to get back.
True, you can get back to the coast with the box
Ooh.
almost
Oh.
immediately. That makes things a lot
Right.
simpler.
Yeah.
Let's wait for morning.
Yeah, I think wait until morning. We punch in at dawn. We go straight for the source. If there are people crying, babies, women
Out
and whatever, we ignore 'em.
Santa Claus is in town. He does not care. He is here to grab a box.
We go straight to the target point. We extract the box, and we head straight out. And if anything gets in our way, they should have moved.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So who's keeping
Alright.
watch at what times?
That's going to need a watch schedule, guys.
Aaron can take the most dangerous watch schedule.
So 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
So let's see. Bill has a 5th level soldier, a 4th level monk, and a 4th level ranger henchman. The soldier and the monk and the ranger all have surprise modifiers, so I would recommend one of them on each of the wasses.
At what level is that soldier?
5th.
Oh, by the way, the soldier helps you set up camp. Your guards are only surprised on a 1, no matter who they are.
So
That's right. We have as far as Ultravision, we've got Dismas and Soren, and we've got
Kai and Eladhel and
Gan
Zamfir as well.
Gan's got Ultra, and I think Abraham has.
the torque of sound sleep means you only need 4 hours of sleep, which means you can cover 2 wasses.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So we've got guys who can cover night as day vision all night long, and assuming we've got our and the beautiful thing about having scholars is it's not like we have a huge choice of spells to pick between. So,
So let's see.
You surprised us in the night. I will now learn about your heritage.
Yep.
So I think Bill and Big Tom on first was.
All right.
And then
Dismas will take last watch, dawn watch.
okay, Marin and my Ranger, he doesn't have a name yet, on second. And then third is Dismas
And Gan.
and Marin.
Also,
Oh,
when Marin
good.
takes
So who's
his
on
watch,
first watch? Who's on
Bill
first
and
watch?
Bill and Big Tom.
Well, one of them gets to roll a D1, a D6, I should say, to see if they're surprised. They're only surprised on a 1.
Okay, good. We're not surprised.
What do you get?
Hey, it's me.
All right. Oh, by the way, the question: how long would Master Abdul would be willing to loiter on the coast? He said that he would wait a week before he assumed you were all dead.
No.
Okay.
That's
So
good.
we can just send Marin back and forth. Like we're almost there. Almost there.
Any minute.
Any minute now, we're coming with the box, and he just gets ink more and more mad until he's just...
Well, no. It's the after acquiring the target object. Like,
Yeah, he
If
brings
this
the
is a,
box.
All right, so you guys are not surprised, and you see a man walking down the road from the ruined city, and it's hard to see him even with ultravision. He's stooped over. He's walking with a cane. He's got a distinct limp. You hear a strange sort of metallic sound, like two tin cans banging together as he walks. And he's walking along. The silver moon is about 3/4 full. Right. The blue moon is at half, and Phoebe, the pink moon, is at 1/4. So there's a strange mixed light from multiple angles. And you see he's got a floppy hat on. His head's down. He seems almost distracted, like as he's thinking heavily about something as he walks.
Which direction is he coming from? From the city or from the...
From the city.
Okay.
He's coming from the city.
Uh,
And he stops, and you hear... He sniffs. And then he twists his joints and whips the cane up, which sticks to his back, and goes down to all four limbs, his elbows up, his knees impossibly up behind his back, and his head bent down, and sniffs the ground where you left the trail to head to the camp, and looks at the camp, and then in this weird limb akimbo stance, scuttles back towards the city very quickly.
okay. Listen, man. Bill and Big Tom are on watch. They ain't going anywhere. They
Yeah.
are...
I think we're safe to assume anything that comes or is anywhere within like a mile of the city except for us is probably something we can kill on sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't
good.
want to jump the werewolf, though.
Whoa.
Presumably doesn't.
I would like to point out you need to attempt to, not can.
True.
Fair enough.
All right. So now, second watch. Who's on second watch?
Marin and my ranger henchman.
Mary, you get to roll a d6 yourself.
Oh, no.
He does have his hood up with the Cloak of Elvenkind, and we kind of...
So that means it's just my ranger will be mauled to death by a werewolf. Okay.
Okay, D6, 2. You're not
You have
surprised.
2? Well, no. You're normally surprised on a 1. That's how that works.
What?
Remember, if you're normally surprised on a 1 or a 2, at the end of the surprise is on a 1 through 4. If you're only surprised on 1, it goes to a surprise on 1, 2, 3. That's how that works.
Oh, goodness. And
So-
like as Marin points out, he has his hood up on his Cloak of Elvenkind. Which means
Oh,
he's
and
a
that's
16.
why this isn't going to happen to him. What's the armor class of your ranger there, Sammy?
0.
That's not. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna check my notes. What's this? 0. Start. Aha. So, as if they appeared out of darkness, just congealed from moonlight, are these two horrific shapes just rise up where they've been slithering along the ground this entire time perfectly silently. They're almost like a skeleton. They're almost like a zombie. You see they got patches of hair and then bare skull. They have, one of them has a fully formed bicep and then bony forearms. But there's a strange green glow inside their eye sockets deep down, and the dead flesh on them writhes with tiny purple-green worms.
Oh no, it's the cursed ones.
And they rise up and then strike with their fists at your ranger, and one of them hits him with his fists and does
I'm sorry. Are these
4
slithering
points of
serpents
damage.
or are these humanoid?
What's that?
Are these humanoid things slithering like serpents on the ground, or are these
more like low crawling, but with joints that bend in every direction.
Okay.
I have no earthly clue what these are, guys.
Okay.
They're accursed ones.
Oh, okay. As long as that's
Now-
all that they are.
As they strike, they let out their unearthly howls,
That's good.
and everyone gets to make a saving throw versus magic at +2.
Oh no. Okay.
Let me check if I have anything that helps with this. I don't think I do.
PCs first, then henchmen, please.
Marin, I think that passes.
What level's Marin?
He's level. I've forgotten. I think 7. 7.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh no! One automatic failure. Bill. Oh, Bill fails it.
Molly has a 12. Nelvin has a 10.
12. 12 would do it. No, hold it a second. Spell. So that
Molly
turns into
is
14.
a 5th man at arms.
Yeah, just makes it.
Okay.
That 4 is a loss. That 4 is a fail.
So Bill and his cleric fail, but his ranger, monk, and Big Tom make it.
Anybody else?
Now that 10 is actually a 12 from Captain Carberry because he's got the
Right.
+1 from Saint.
Yeah, the 12 from Carberry just makes it. So everyone who failed, which is Bill and whatever, you are going to flee.
I got 3 more. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Does Nelvin's 10 pass?
Oh,
nope.
Nope, that's a fail.
Soren Kai.
Okay.
Wait, is it over?
It's up. You gotta go high.
You want high, otherwise Bill would have made it.
Cosman's not gonna. Sorry about this. Cosman's.
No worries.
Cosman has a 14, so he rolled.
He got it. Cosman's fine.
Okay, and Gan is a gnome, so he's got magic.
More
plus-
importantly, his wisdom, so he has an additional +2, so he's +4.
There we go. All right, so.
Oh, good.
Well,
He makes it. Yeah.
And then my boy Abraham about to lay the smuck down.
Abraham. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's here.
Abraham Smucker.
Oh,
Abraham Smucker, one of the best. He brings the smuck down.
yeah. All right, so Marl ran.
Oh, he's
He
fine.
should.
Okay.
Cosman
Nelvin's
has-
running 2.
So everyone who failed, I rolled because of the weird fear effect. You run due north for 2 rounds.
Okay.
Wait.
Towards the
Which way
city,
toward-
thank
toward-
goodness.
Is that toward the city?
No, it's away from the city.
We're at the
Okay.
eastern entrance.
So it's going to take you 2 rounds to run away, which means it's going to take you 2 rounds to come back. So you're out until round 5, effectively.
All right.
Now, the 2 people there were the ranger and who was with them?
Marin,
Marin.
who's invisible, basically.
However, that does not help Marin from the worms that leap off from the accursed ones, seeking living flesh with magical power, but it misses.
Okay.
We've seen that.
It also
before.
misses the ranger.
Also, I registered something late, but Iron Cobra is guarding Marin.
Oh, good. That's very, very good. Thank you for reminding me of the Iron Cobra that's active. Good. Okay,
You may want to have it attack.
So I
probably
believe
gonna
it's
start
time for
attacking, yeah.
initiative.
Yes, indeed. So I will roll
Boy.
for the henchmen that are there.
Whoa! So, question,
I guess
guys: Are we
back
going to
on
use the
6.
+2 arrows for the rest of this?
Oh, heck yeah, you need magic weapons to hurt these things.
Oh, fine.
By the way, accursed ones, here's how they work. If you die from a cursed magic item, you become an accursed one. You wander the earth hating life. And then the worms leap from them. If they burrow into your flesh, you get 1 round to kill them with cold iron or holy water. And then after that, it's 1d4 that kill you. And the next day, you arise as a new accursed one.
All my boys got holy water, just like when we were underwater, or underground in the towers.
Oh yeah, and all the religious brothers would know how to destroy an accursed one's worm. It's common knowledge.
Okay, so the only guy that ran was Marl. Cosmin made it. Gan made it. Abraham made it.
Yeah, Bill and some of the henchmen are just running.
Bill and some of the henchmen had that way. Frankly, that sounds like what Bill would do. I'm going to guard the henchmen.
Yeah,
Okay.
He says to himself as he just runs in complete abject fear. Yeah.
Remember my meme. You're running away like a coward. I'm going for help like a hero. We're not the same.
Absolutely
Exactly.
correct.
He is going to get help. He doesn't know
All
from
right, guys,
where, but he's.
The help is in fact running away right now. So he's just going after the help to get them back.
Going
here.
after the help, bring back the help. So segment one.
Marin.
All right, Marin fires with his +2 arrows. I'm just gonna roll it same time as usual.
Do it.
2d20 +2.
Although I just tell you, their armor class is 10.
Hey, you hit
16
both
and
times.
22.
Nice.
2d6 +4. Just do it like that. No, nice and simple. 14 points of damage to one or the other.
One of them goes down.
Okay.
Hey.
Where did I put those arrows?
Anybody else on one?
Nope.
Two.
Dismas won. 2, Dismas.
Go Dismas.
Hey.
All right. Come on, Cianches. We're going to get in there. 1d20 +2, I believe. 14 will hit a...
Oh yeah, you hit.
Yeah. And so with the Lux Sword, he's doing d6 +2. I really need to print this stuff. R1d6 +2. 5 damage.
Nice.
With
5.
Cianches,
Okay.
who hates them.
Anybody else on 2? 3.
That would be
Heck,
Genia.
3.
3.
Change the Iron Cobra's command to attack.
It attacks immediately because it has no delay. Go ahead and roll it. Or you want me to?
I'll roll it. Also, Molly will attack as well. Iron Cobra misses.
I think the Cobra misses.
She'll use the
Miss.
pike. The pike configuration.
Go.
+3. 11.
11.
Hey, 2 hits.
Yeah, you hit.
That hits? Okay. Glad they don't have a high AC.
It's the only thing that saves them from being too overpowered, in my opinion.
Okay. Give me a sec. I'll
Pellet
find
Hell
the
throws
damage in
Dagger
just
of
a sec.
Assassination for an
They're a
11.
medium
I think
creature?
that hits 10.
Yeah, how much damage do I get from that pike?
He'll do 6 points of damage if it's a medium creature.
It is medium creature. You can save the Dagger of Assassination. The accursed one is destroyed with a pike blow. But you can instead use that same throw, which is, I believe, a hit on the accursed one that has popped up behind you.
Watow. Okay. And it will dance to keep it at bay. 8 damage.
So, 8 damage? Wow.
Nice.
Very good hit. All right. So 4.
Oh,
no,
also
Candy-
on 3, I've got.
Oh, sorry. Also on 3. I apologize.
No,
Roderick
he
with the
does 6
+3
damage.
bastard sword.
Hey, that's a hit.
That's a hit. Do your damage.
Oh, I didn't write down what the bastard sword does.
Roderick.
If you're doing it
2d4.
one-handed, it's longsword damage. Otherwise, you do its weird
Yeah.
damage table.
And Roderick, the worm from the accursed one, misses you.
And he does 10 damage.
It's dead too.
Gan did 6 at simultaneous or whatever. So
Yeah.
But the worm.
So all the accursed ones are dead before they can strike you with their leprous touch. Good.
Yay.
Do we
Well,
need
except
to-
for my poor ranger.
Do we need to drop a bit of holy water in each one to make sure they're gone, or?
Very good. Give yourself an experience points. They're all regenerating and would stand up next round if you don't put holy water on them.
How much experience was
Okay.
that?
100.
100? Good.
That's why we pack it, boys. Couple vials each.
So you splash the holy water on them and it prevents them from standing back up next round? And you might want to drop a cure wounds with that ranger because he's got 6 days before he's dead from leprosy.
He's back to full, and we'll get a cure disease on him tomorrow.
Perfect. You have plenty of time. All right. So that seemed kind of quaint, didn't it, boys?
Well, it was.
It happened.
2 of them, but I recall them taking longer under the tower. So
Remember that these have been.
A
Maybe they
higher
have
percentage
lower.
were panicked under the tower.
And also, don't forget, we actually did a lot less damage back in the day.
oh
You
yeah,
did.
Yeah.
We're a lower level too, which means we didn't hit nearly as often.
The
Cosmic
biggest,
Cosmic-
by the way, just some advice. The biggest mistake new DMs make is not understanding that the most frustrating things for low-level characters is not monsters with high hit points. It's monsters with a good armor class.
Yep.
Yes.
oh yeah.
6 to 10 is the range you're looking for at low levels.
Yeah, so if you have anything above a 5 armor class, it better be the big boss as they're under 5th level. That's the way it is. All right, so you guys barely have time to catch your breath and cast that spell to heal the guy when you hear a war horn.
Wait,
Exactly
Hey,
right.
is everyone reunited after the
Oh,
first
yeah.
ends?
You guys come back. It's very strange because you never felt fear. You understand that it was like somebody told you you should be afraid, and you're running. Oh, I guess I'm afraid, but there was no panic. You didn't throw anything away. You didn't even have your heart racing more than you would from running. It's a very strange feeling that you have from this magical effect.
From what direction do we hear the war horns?
Oh, from the city.
From the city?
And looking that way, you see a very strange sight. You see a ghoul in full plate armor with a big lantern. He's holding up on a pole. And next to him is a horse with a rider. The horse is just a magnificent stallion. Huge, pitch black, and its hooves are on fire. And when it breathes, fire and smoke shoots out of its nostrils. And even from here, almost a mile away, you can see the fangs in the horse's mouth. On his
There we
back
go.
is a man in full plate with a lance in his hand and a sword at his side.
Wait a minute.
And the
How many-
ghoul with the lance, huh?
How
long
far
do we have
distance
till we
is
get
this?
Oh, he's a mile away. It's just,
Okay.
it's almost as if magically you can see them very clearly.
Okay.
But they start walking slowly towards you, and you can see that the rider has a shield on his saddle horn, but he hasn't touched it yet, which is traditional for somebody coming to request a joust.
Who wants to joust the nightmare horse?
What's the best
guess
armor
Soren
class we
better
can
do
get?
it.
On the fly.
Armor class doesn't help as much in his house. It'd be kind of weird to
Soren's
build
got
it to it.
Ice
He's
Steel.
actually one of the better options. It would be weird because he doesn't wear a cert anymore because of his magic items. So you just have this completely ripped guy who lancing a dude on a nightmare horse. But as a 6th level fighter, he is one of the better options.
Who
I'm
is?
just trying to think for
No.
survivability here.
Well,
40
who's your
hit
highest
points,
level?
Soren,
Who's your highest level
Soren is-
nobleman?
Soren is 5th level nobleman.
So you have the same odds as me.
But remember, they get bonuses to joust.
Well, Soren, you're the man for the job. You got this, homie.
And he's
Okay.
got a weapon of choice on his spear, and his spear is a +3 Thai Steel Yontak spear.
Do you have a lance?
I have a lance, but
The spear
Oh,
counts as a
magic.
light lance if he's using it from horseback.
Okay, that's good.
Let's,
now somebody has a magic rod that can become a magic lance. I don't know who ended up with that.
That would be Molly. Molly, and I don't think she's gonna give it up.
Okay.
She's a henchman, right?
Henchman.
No, she won't give it up. No.
Yeah.
So you got this, my man. You have a magic item. You have. Isn't that the cursed spear that makes you angry?
Can we get a bless on him or something in this
I don't
short?
know.
Well, as they approach, the strangest thing you've ever seen happen is the ghoul croakingly speaks. I forgot to do this. I speak for my master. Jakar the Damned, who challenges your greatest horseman to a duel by joust. And he looks back at the man on horseback like he's a cowed dog, and the man on horseback pulls back his helmet faceplate, and it looks almost like a ghoul's face, but not.
Does it have 2 glowing red points in the eyes?
Yes.
Oh no!
And he says to you, I am Jakar the Damned, and I challenge you. If you beat me in a fair joust, unhorsed, I will give you 12 hours in the city. If I defeat you in a fair joust, I will eat you all.
Well, Soren, you got this, my man. We don't actually need to technically agree to it.
What do you think he means by a fair joust?
I mean, if he's a
he'll
Death
tell you.
Knight, like I think he is.
We shall have 3 lances with no interference. After the 3rd lance, if none of us is unhorsed or dead, we shall fight.
You got this. You so totally got this, my man. It's just a Death Knight. He can just cast a 20-die fireball.
It's not a Death Knight.
Okay, good.
It's not a Death Knight. This is a
undead apply.
You know, I just realized, Sam, you've never seen one of these before. This is a Master Ghoul.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen one.
You've heard of them.
Can we hit
It has
Soren?
the same description as a Death Knight.
Can we hit
No,
Soren?
no. It's a double hit dice ghoul that's intelligent.
Can we hit Soren with a bless?
No, that count as interference.
No. Spells beforehand are fine.
Okay, he's blessed. I have a blessed spell ready.
And Gan will cast Phantom Armor on him.
Oh, ho, ho.
There we go. That's what I was hoping to see.
Very good.
We got this. Okay, Soren, you got this.
I'm already
you
in.
Can do
I'm
this.
already in plate. Does that help at all?
It
Oh,
gives
heck
you
yeah.
temporary hit points.
Now, my question for you, the Phantom Armor gives you this. Do you guys have the jousting book for you in front of you?
I will find it.
Hang on.
Old
Yeah.
School by Rick, Jousting.
That's right. That's the one.
Okay.
And Cosman is going to have Ed frantically loading him up with his field plate.
So before you say anything, let me write down this guy's stuff.
Oh, field plate helps. Yeah, I should have bought that actually, but I didn't.
Yeah. Cosman's ready. He's like, you want to back out, Soren? I got this, man. I got this. I joust that green.
Yeah, he doesn't care who's coming in.
Yeah.
Soren, you got this. You got this. You can win.
All right.
I am your
Alright.
hype man, and you are being hyped up.
Woo, woo, woo.
If you
Soren
fail, we're
did
gonna need to
well
fight a
on that.
Master Ghoul, but we got this. You got this.
Marin's,
Okay, let me know when
Ming's
you're ready
laying out
with your-
arrows. Please win this, Soren.
Now, my question is, let me know when you're ready with your position and aiming point.
Does anyone have a magic shield they can lend Soren?
I have that +2 Shield of Safe Gaze if you want it. I can't use it anymore. Borrow it.
Okay, yeah, that helps a lot too.
+2 sealed.
All right, my position is lean right, aiming at G.
Lean right, G, so that's lean right is 4G. Got it. And he is doing a 7K, that's shield down. And sinister base. All right.
I saw Sinister Base open for Iron Maiden at the Gorge in '74.
You know what? I heard him open for Deep Purple back in '84. All right, so there we go. So I need you to roll me a D20 and give me the total.
You got this.
And by total,
Just give me a D20. I'll take care of the rest.
just a D20.
And the bonuses for your plus from any plus.
Yeah, I need all the bonuses for your lance, blast, anything like that. Yeah.
Okay, so bless, lance, tie steel, horsemanship. So that's an 11.
An 11. Okay. So you have an 11, and he has a. Oof, that's thick. All right.
And then there's
so
the adjustments based on
what level are
seeding.
you?
5.
Noble.
Okay. You're +1. That gives you a shift column to +2. So, attack total 12. You get a G result. All right. So give me a D8. And he got a 6. And he shifted left. Oh, he
4.
missed clean. He missed clean.
Yeah.
But if I don't unhorse him, I have to fight him. So I don't care what he does. I have to knock him
So
off.
4.
So you guys are going to gather yourselves for your second pass, right?
Hey, listen, you did 4 points of damage to him.
You did 4 points. That's pretty good.
I would recommend Helm High just because it's funny. It either really works or it
Or it
doesn't at
really
all.
doesn't. Now, before you say anything,
So-
let me get my stuff done because we're doing the
Yep,
old-fashioned
so 4
way.
points of damage. Does that include the +3 damage for
No.
die steel? And then
You never
Lancet
get
is
bonuses
one
on a G result. You never get bonuses.
On Zouston, damage is weird.
Damage is completely different.
For one thing, if you get on a horse, there's a chance you instantly die.
Okay, let me know when you're ready with your stance and your aiming point.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Nobody knows
I'm
what they're
gonna go
doing.
with a 1J.
1J, very, very intriguing.
He's gambling. Never
A
stop
center
gambling.
base point. I'm impressed. What's going on is he's going with a 1C, Dexter Chief Canton. Okay.
Does that not mean that X just actually perfectly countered him?
You completely blocked him. So let me do his roll. Merciful heavens. And then his stance is 1, and you did a J? Really? Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, give me a D20 with all your bonuses and an additional 8.
Whoa!
29.
29 it is.
29.
So with his bonus, he got a G, so you take... Where'd they go? 6 points of damage. And what was your total?
29.
29? That's a UH.
Hey, on horse.
Forced.
You got a true smite. Give yourself 100 experience points for a true smite.
Does that not mean he instantly died?
No, there's a chance for it.
Ah,
So
let's
he's
see
on
what
horse.
happens.
You said I took 6 damage, right?
I did. Okay, so he made a system shock.
If he circles back around, can we hit James with a heel as he passes?
Well, he's
Oh
done. He won.
man, guys, Sam, you know what this means? He got the injured table.
Oh, there's a chance he dies. 0-0. Come on.
All right, he got a 92 modified, so he lost 66% of his maximum hit points.
Oof.
Wow, that's big.
It's huge.
But 0-0 is instant death, and it's still one of the funniest results that ever happened in one.
Well,
of our
actually,
favorite
you got to get
games.
over 100 because there's modifiers. Yes,
Oh, okay.
a 100 is roll a D3. That's how many hit points you have left. All right. Well, I got to do some math here. All right, so he's got that. Man, he's hurt pretty bad. And he stands up. I've been unhorsed. I've never been unhorsed. And you see that he's starting to lose his composure.
Mm-hmm.
But he pulls it back together and he climbs back on his nightmare and says, "We have another lance." Do you accept?
So,
Yes.
Okay. So, let's do the aim points again.
Gotta find it again.
Oh, take your time.
Right now, Ed, Marl, and and Dismas are physically holding Cosmin back because he wants a piece of this guy.
Right, because he got on horse and asked for another lance. That's
Yeah.
actually in jousting. That's a deadly insult.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Cosmin might know that. But he's
Oh,
very
Cosmo
angry.
knows that.
Oh,
But the thing
well,
is, accepting it with another joust and then defeating him again, they're considered shamed. They can never tourney again. So he's really gambling with it.
His
You
honor.
get the impression this guy was a knight or something before he was Gould.
Wait, what was his name again?
Jakar, the Damned.
Okay, never heard of the guy.
yeah.
You met Jakar
All
at
right,
the
Sam.
tourneys with a different
Wasn't he the
character.
guy that seeded?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that
Is this a
story.
really bad idea, Sam?
What?
We're
He's
kicking his ass so
insulted me.
far.
He's
Well,
insulted me, and I want to go with a 2A.
I mean, you got 2 out of 3.
What's your
right?
stance
You
in
need
the
to
target?
dunk on him. Dunk on him real hard. Do the gamble. Dunk
Yeah,
on him.
yeah, let's do it. We
2A.
This guy.
2A? That is some bold stuff.
Just
2A.
dunk on him.
Worst case, we
That's-
take this guy.
I'm aware.
Well, I mean, worst case, we take this guy. We get this guy dirty. So
Yeah, because he's
All right.
technically he's dishonoring the agreement.
So, give me a D20 with all your bonuses and an 8.
Another
Never-
additional 8.
An additional 8.
Never stop gambling. Never punished. Oh,
I rolled a 1, so I got
15.
15.
15? Hold it. Column here. That's still a G. Give me a D8 for damage.
That might kill
You
him.
You take 1 point from him glancing
2
off,
damage.
and he dies.
He had a hit point left.
He had 2 hit points left. That's why he did it.
Yo, I told
Took
you to
him
dunk
right
on
in the
him.
head.
You beat him. Well done. The ghoul
Well-
sees this, and he runs into the darkness. And you see in the distance when this happens, you see the other 5 ghouls have been creeping up to support their master, also flee in terror at his death.
But what's the nightmare doing?
Oh, it vanishes.
Okay, good.
Its master's not here, and they only stay for their master.
Nightmares are terrifying to fight.
Well, let's see. I got it written up here. Let's see. Nightmare. That's 66 hit points. Hit dice, I should say, an armor class of minus
Minus what?
4.
What the heck?
I thought
And
it
every
was
round it
worse
just-
than that. It was horrible. Yeah.
And every round you have to save it versus magic, or have a -2 to hit from the smoke. It's just they're mean.
They're one of the worst monsters in the game, actually.
They really are.
Can the nightmare be turned by a cleric?
No.
No, they're well,
Technically, they would turn as special, so
they
only
turn it
high
special.
level, only high level
Other-
clerics can do it.
Yeah, I'll let you turn them special. So the night, it's about 3 in the morning.
Well, we were given 12 hours in the city. We
Let's
ain't getting
head
good sleep this night. We can get good sleep on the boat. Let's go, boys.
Yep.
So you ride into
In we
town.
Okay.
Okay.
Kai heals Soren for 7, so he's on.
Remember, we're going
Oh, nice.
straight to the target.
Yep.
So you guys ride in. You have to ride around the rubble and the fallen buildings. You see here and there where there's a pile of human bones or a half-eaten skeleton, a half-eaten body. South, near the cathedral, you're a little concerned. You swear, out of the corner of your eyes, you swear that you see green and blue lights. But when you look, there's nothing there. And when you're talking to each other or there's noises, you swear that you hear the sounds of workmen at the cathedral. When it's silent, you hear nothing.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. Let's just go straight to the target.
You go straight
Not
to the
my
target.
problem.
And you
Projected magnification. I could use projected magnification to get a closer look if we want.
No.
It's true.
Okay.
And-
Listen,
Keep going.
last time we
Keep
scouted a
going.
location, a dude instantly died from it. So let's not
Yeah,
gamble again.
I was gonna say. Oh, wait, I could look at it. No.
Projected
listen.
magnification is safer somehow, probably.
It doesn't happen every time. So you guys get to the buildings, and there's 4 townhomes, right? Still standing amidst rubble. And oddly enough, it's very strange. Each of them has a crucifix, a holy symbol, above the lintel, and all of them look like the doors have not been opened in 100 years. Now,
It's either a good sign or a bad sign.
one of them is a bit larger and nicer than the others. The other three are virtually identical. So we'll call them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Want to start in the nicer one, maybe?
That's probably where it's at. So let's
Yep.
try that one first. Either that or it's one of them diversions.
One of them diversions. I
Oh,
know
heck
them
yeah.
diversions well.
If you want, Dismas can check the door and then move in. He's got the boots of Elvenkind, so he's moving silently, like ultimately.
That's true. It's kind of torn between you or Marin leading, because Marin's a scout, which means good surprise chances and a good ability to surprise others.
Mm-hmm.
My spear can see around corners.
That's true. Yeah, the spear's intelligence. You can tip the stick that tip around a corner. It can tell them what it sees.
So basically, we have a ton of good options who's really at the front, except Bill. So you guys argue amongst yourselves.
Well, Bill's
Well,
got the shield
I'm
that makes
good
him
to have
immune to
Marin
gaze
in
attacks.
Can't use it anymore. He has a two-handed weapon.
Does
Yes,
Dismas
I'll
have the ability to see into the ultra or infra spectrums?
Nice.
Soren is ultra. Oh, does Ty
So
still have
That
the
might do
ability?
you guys better, just given the sort of threats. Marin is virtually invisible to about 90%, and
Or more, yeah.
yeah. The continual light rods wreck that for him, and given the sort of threats in here, I think, given we saw a Master Ghoul, 6 ghouls, and a Nightmare, I don't know if what Marin has really well equips him to sneaking out ahead in the dark.
Sroos. Let's have one of
So-
the fancy noblemen lead the front.
Yeah, so Dismas can move effectively silently with the boots. He's got high hide and shadows. He's half elf, so he's got ultra vision. He's got a low surprise. He's got danger sense. So with the
Yeah, you
sword,
can take it if you want.
yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, Marin
Pretty tough.
will come right after you, but
Yeah.
he can't lead this time.
So you get a thief with the detect traps, right? Oh, you get the wand too.
Yeah, I'll flip on the wand.
Okay. The wand gives you a very strange reading. Now remember, it runs for a turn every time you pull the trigger.
Yes.
The door has a trap on it, but it tells you it's not a danger to you or your friends.
Oh, it's against evil.
One of
Yes.
them traps.
All right, let's have Dismas will go ahead and check the doorknob and see if it's locked, as one does.
Nope, it's not locked at all. You can turn it. It seems to be in really good shape.
All right. Can he hear anything?
Excuse me. He hears no sound inside. No.
All right, let's figure maybe we're entering a friendly place and open the door. Take a look around.
You
Yeah.
open the door, and there's a faint flash on the inside, and you see a glyph of warding on the inside of the door, but you haven't triggered it.
Yeah.
Neat.
What do I see inside the room?
Oh, it's a typical first floor of a 3-story townhome. It's basically a large parlor at this part. A couch, tables, chairs, doors to the back. You can see the door is partially open. There's a dining room, and you can see a kitchen. What you find interesting is the door out of the back of the kitchen has been bricked up and has holy symbols painted all over it. There's a staircase to your right that goes up a floor.
Well,
The one with the
Unless
holy
you want to
symbols, that might just go to an outside door, and that's probably why that's has all the holy symbols to keep out all the F and evil.
Yeah, it looks like they bricked up the only other door to the outside, and it's got
Yeah.
and then the
Don't
front one
touch
has
that.
a glyph on it.
Okay, so we're in a room and there's a kitchen and then the room
Yeah, you're in a 20 by 20 room.
Mhm.
It's set up for people to sit around. Past it is a 20 by 20 dining room, and past that is a 20 by 20 kitchen. and the doors are all open, so you can see the door that normally went out from the kitchen has been bricked up and covered in holy symbol. Correct.
Into the back alley or whatever.
Correct. Well, it used to be before all those buildings fell down.
Oh well, what used to be alley? Okay, let's. Dismas will take his thievy way up the stairs. He's going to continue to check for traps and unstable stuff, but he's moving silently with his boots.
Sure. You're actually amazed this house is in incredibly good shape until you get up and you see that there's a glyph on one of the posts for the building, and this building has had some sort of spell cast upon it to keep it resistant to damage.
Oh.
It looks like some sort of actually scholar spell that is used to protect buildings and libraries.
Okay, Dismas will tear his eyes away from that, attempting to memorize it.
Yeah, that's just a physical manifestation of a spell that was cast.
Point at James, point at the wall, make excited movements with his hands, and then let's continue up to the second floor and see what's there.
All right. As you get to the second floor, there's a mist sprays from the wall and sprays water all over you.
Is
you
holy
realize
water?
it was holy water that was sprayed all over.
Yay, good.
You feel great now.
Yeah. Little spritz,
Now this floor is again 3 rooms, 20 by 20 each. You came up into the middle room, interestingly enough, and this room is sort of a drawing room. You can see where there's a case that used to hold cigars. They've all gone bad a long time ago. And there is a case that, oddly enough, looks like it used to be for weapons and armor. They're all gone. And then a bookcase, and the books are all long gone, with one exception very badly mildewed and rotted.
No.
Again, the door to your right and the door to your left are open. The door to your right is towards the back of the building, and that looks like servants' quarters. And the door to your left is open, and that looks like a sort of sunning room with big windows, chairs, etc., for people to sit quietly and speak.
James, I
And
hope
what
you're
catches
keeping
your
them out.
eye is the 3 books on the bookshelf in there.
Explosive Runes, volumes 1, 2, and 3.
Let's.
He's a scholar. He'll be fine.
He'll wave everybody up.
Right. I was just thinking.
Oh, and by the way, on the opposite wall that you came in is the stairs going to the top level. I apologize for not mentioning that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Dismas will wave everybody up through the spritzer, and then and point at the rotten book and in the front room, leaving that for Soren and the rest to examine and maybe cast on, and then and basically what we're looking at is something 60 feet deep, 20 feet wide, 3 rooms, and the stairs go up the middle.
Correct.
It's like my brother-in-law's brother's townhome in Philly.
Yeah, it's like my friend Greg's townhome in Manhattan. That's why I stole it straight from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep going up the.
Should we select the 3 actually good books?
Well, you guys, we can expect them. Dismas is going to go up and clear the 3rd floor.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, the fence will check. I'm about to say the fence is going to let you know that the rightmost book is an extremely rare memoir of a Robian general from the First Rebellion. And that book was worth 2,000 gold pieces because it's an original.
2,000, you said?
2,000.
Yep. 2. And the other 2 books, it tells you because it's the fence and they're both scholar spell books.
Yoink. So what I'm thinking is let's clear the 3rd deck for anything harmful. Let's cast detect magic, grab everything magical or of value that the fence finds on our way back out. And then do we have any idea what we're supposed to be grabbing here?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a big box.
A rod. We're looking for either a rod that is about the length of your forearm, or a big box that's about a yard long. That's about a hand in its other 2 dimensions.
Okay, so like a rod box.
Yep.
So
rod box.
So Dismas will go up to the top floor, and then he will cast detect magic, and work his way back down and scan everything, and then we'll grab anything magical and anything that the
No, don't split up.
We have
That
a
was
certain
weird.
problem
I can
here.
use
It's
I'm
not
saying
magical,
everyone-
whatever we're looking for, or won't detect undetect magic.
Well, yeah, but we want everything magical for loot. So we go up to the
True.
third floor. That's not trapped. We grab everything magical, and then we go back down. We grab everything the fence says is of value that isn't a rod or a rod in a box. We search everything for secret doors or secret concealed passages, and then we exit this house. And if it's not here, we have to go somewhere else.
Okay.
All right. So you guys head up to the top. You head up to the top floor. You get to the top floor, and you actually, for a very brief second, go blind. And then you're fine. And looking up, you see that there was another glyph of warding all the way around the entrance to this floor. And it just sort of scanned you, and you're fine.
Dismas is so lucky.
And looking around, this is very strange. You're in the middle of a room that's 40 feet from the front towards the back. And it's a massive lounge.
Ooh.
And looks like at one point it was very sumptuous, but it's all fallen to ruin. And the back is just a very tiny, very austere, even Spartan bedroom, almost a cot with a bare pillow and a blanket and a small lamp. The only thing that sticks out is that one of the couches that's rotting away, there's a bright goldish yellow thing visible where the leather has rotted over time.
Dismas will examine everything, talk to the Stianches, and saying, "Help me out here, brother. What do we got?" And using all of his powers. All of his skills.
So you call upon Shanches?
Yeah, not as a wish, but just as
No. And
Yeah.
Shanches actually speaks out loud. Your destruction of the Master Ghoul has awoken me finally. What do you want to ask me?
Hey.
my friend. There are so many things I could ask you. At this moment, we are in a hostile city, surrounded by hostile forces, and we seek a non-magical object and describe the object as described to me.
Uh-huh. A box. Well, hold on, just a moment. And then, that's the box there. By the way, Shanshas has 2 powers that you're now aware of. It can do no alignment 3 times a day within 60 feet.
Oh, yeah.
And it can locate object within 120 yards once a week.
120 yards.
Yes.
Always yards?
Always yards. Oh, it's got an intelligence of 16. It speaks common. Well, we'll talk about the languages from Seaward, but the main languages of good guys. And it will tell you right now, it has 4 wishes, but you have to tell it the name of each wish before you can cast it. So there's 4 command words, 1 for each wish.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
But it also lets you know that it's not all the way awake, and it thinks that if you can kill either a lich or a salamander, more of its powers will wake up.
I don't think we're getting that first one anytime soon, boys.
Yeah.
For one thing, I don't know where any are.
You head over to that cathedral.
If we're talking like a small amphibian that lives in ponds, I got this.
I'm sorry, we didn't find what?
So,
I missed something.
Molly can help.
Yeah. Find me the smallest, least dangerous salamander in the world, who's also not cute, because that's hard too.
No, as in the elemental creature.
Oh.
The elemental creature from the plane of fire, yes.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and
One
tell
from
you.
Frozen.
If you can use Shanshas to kill a salamander, it then acts fire resistant.
Oh.
And if you can kill a lich where the last kills it with Shanshas, it then acts as a ring of spell turning.
So what we need is for all you guys to get one down to within 1d6 plus about 1. 2. And then I would
So- Our
It
best
sounds
bet
like we
to
can do it
act-
as a group, right? Because we got it this time from killing the.
Our
Yeah,
best
it
bet-
has to be there. It has to be there.
Our best bet for Liz is to kill Pathfin and have him stand back up and kill him again.
Remember, any necromancer above 10th level counts as a lich for purposes of this sort of stuff.
Woohoo!
We just need to find a high level necromancer.
So more immediately, let's go find this box in the couch.
Oh, you pull the box out and there it is.
Remember,
it's
don't
beautiful.
open it. Don't open it.
I mean, it's literally. It looks like somebody took honey, lemon, and melted gold,
Are the seals
mixed it
intact?
together, and then gave it a high polish.
Bill will carry it.
All
Are the seals intact?
We're gonna pick that up with like 2 non-magic objects, like a couple daggers or sticks. Shove it into a bag.
And move on. Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the
let's,
thing. Do you want to give it to Marin? He will run it to the coast and
Nope, don't split the party.
don't split the
Even-
party. Okay.
Who knows what sort of weird, wacky side effects Carcozy has on your boots?
And not that, but what's the name of the Discord and the blog?
Yeah.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and otherwise, I mean, he said
We
he
got time.
wanted us to retrieve it for him, but if one guy brings it back, have we completed the deal and everybody else is walking home? So
Well, I've done the math, and you've got 10 hours left of free access to the city from the ghouls. Remember that.
yeah,
Yes.
so let's kind of search these rooms for let's do detect
My horse
track.
can ride on
But
water.
actually,
by the way.
as I said, we're gonna do detect magic. Is there anything magical on the first floor? Moving down to the second floor.
You're going to find that there are 2 things that radiate magic. One is a faceted peridot about the size of your pinky nail, your pinky knuckle,
All right.
and the other one is going to be a hat.
Oh goodness. Okay. I'm waiting. Is this a hatted difference? We need to wait until we actually can cast it down.
No. You can figure. You put it on your head. You're gonna find out it's a familiar's hat.
Who has a familiar? No one here.
Yeah.
Sadly.
We have a brownie familiar. I think it's Elid Hell.
Someone has
is
two
Xanthir.
two familiars, don't they?
Elid Hell has a brownie familiar.
Yeah, Elithel has a brownie familiar. Yeah.
That's a
Wacky.
hell of a orphan gift. That guy owes us everything he knows spell wise.
Yeah, like we'll wait until we divvy out loot, but yeah, like I'm still waiting. Where's
Well,
that hatted
remember,
difference?
guys, don't forget. Did I tell you guys this? There's a guy in Seaward that for 5,000 gold pieces will lend you his ring of fire.
Ring of what?
Find familiar?
He's got a ring of spellstoring with find familiar in it. He does wisdom into it, so you can do find familiar.
Neat.
All right. Anyway, so let's put the rotten book in a bag separate from the good books.
Sure.
The spell books. And then let's back out of this place.
No, let me add one more thing because the fence is very busy.
Oh.
Between the rare silver spoons,
Oh.
the silver plate, and the jewelry, and that weird set of shoes that he insists is valuable, you also get out there with 5,000 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Definitely. All right, let's check for historical impact, as Dismas insists, the townhomes next door and next door to that.
Oh, sure, you get time. Hold on.
Okay, I don't know though.
Now,
Relax, Sam.
None of the three of them are in nearly as good a shape as the other one. They seem to have only been protected by the holy symbols put above the lintels. But you do pick up another 500 gold pieces worth of various valuables for so.
And
But
all
more
of them?
importantly, that's total from all of them. But more importantly, you find a
Yeah?
journal that was wrapped in a leather bag that is labeled on the inside. The last entry is, and thus the doom that fell upon Sarnath was also visited upon Carcozy. It seems to be a journal. If you read it, you find out what happened in Carcozy.
that is of historical value.
Also, the other city mentioned I have actually heard nothing about.
Right.
Wait, no. Isn't Saranath one of the cities in Skull Mountain? This is metagame knowledge.
Yes, Sarnath is one of the lost cities inside the Skull Mountain.
And it's a journal about it. Now we know what we knew before. And what we know? What did G.I. Joe teach us?
No
Knowledge
one's
is
half the
distance.
battle.
The other half is
Yep.
violence, but yes, knowledge is half the battle. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to force you guys to go into Skull Mountain soon, but you're almost tough enough to survive there.
You keep cutting out.
Well, the problem is we have multiple hooks, so we're gonna start looking worse and worse by not taking them. So does anybody have detect? Does anybody else have detect magic?
I have a monocle of detect magic. I can use it 3 times a day.
What is the range and what is the range on that and duration?
It's going to be 60 feet.
It's 10 minutes.
Yep.
I'm kind of thinking if we walk out, like if we take the long way through the streets, if we have a free play, and you just kind of look around through the monocle,
My goodness gracious.
maybe we can find other stuff in some of the other.
I
houses.
wouldn't, honestly, but I feel like
I
they're
don't
getting
know.
too greedy. As I mentioned before, Bill's carrying the bag with the box at the moment.
So you can do the magic item.
I figured the
detect
monocle
magic
lets us. Yeah, the monocle lets us sweep the other 3 houses, and then we can get out of here.
Yep.
All right. All right. So I did do a check. And as you were leaving the 3rd house left, you see that off the rubble there, just at the edge of it, a glimmer of magic through the monocle.
Glimmer of where?
A
Magic.
glimmer of magic in the
Less
rubble from a
rubble.
collapsed building nearby.
Let's
Hmm.
go that way. We have time. Let's go look there.
Sure. You very
Cover
quickly
me.
find in the rubble, buried under some dirt, but just visible through the detect magic, a figurine. It's about this as tall as your thumb. It has a base so it would stand upright like a toy soldier. It looks like it's made of pewter, and it's an elf holding a spear, but the elf has wings that are outspread, twice as wide as it is tall, and they're white, and it's all painted, and it looks just like a gaming figurine of a winged elf with a spear and a short sword,
Wacky.
but it does radiate magic.
Let's put it in the bag
That's
and
cool.
take it with us.
Off you go. Now, you've only got 2 hours left on your free reign in the city before it ends.
We're
How far-
leaving.
Yep.
How far?
Head home.
How many,
You guys head out?
Because
yeah.
free reign in the city means I want to get my distance away from the city before those ghouls
Yeah,
stop being
you can
challenged.
be outside the city walls in half an hour. You can be way before the free reign ends, and I did the math, and the sun's coming up, which is going to help you a lot too.
Yes.
Let's head for the boat.
Oh, did we lose somebody?
That's
Oh,
true. It
dude.
was like 3 in the morning when we went in, so the sun's
But
gotta
we
be
are.
well up
We
by
can
now.
sleep
Just over
on the
leaving.
boat, boys. We can sleep on the boat.
Well, what's interesting is as you're leaving, you notice that in front of the cathedral, in the very distance, there's what looks like a young woman with a shawl over her hair, sweeping the steps of the cathedral.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
So
Yep,
interesting.
we're not doing projected magnification on that.
So you guys head out, and now here's the thing: you guys have been up a long time. You didn't sleep. You can make it to the coast in 8 hours, but that will count as a day of force march.
We're all high enough level. We won't die from it.
Yeah.
Oh, it won't die. Remember, I'm using my force march rules on the D&D force march rules.
So we're
You'll
going.
all lose.
I
You'll all lose 3 hit points of subdual damage.
yeah. No. I do not care. We can sleep on the boat. It's 6 days back.
Worth it.
You guys push back. You push back, and 1, 2.
Cosman didn't get to kill anything. He's unhappy.
Man, you have an encounter just to get to the coast. Hold on.
It's the boat.
Now happy.
No, it's a group of. It's a shepherd and his sheep, who looks gobsmacked to see a war party in the middle of nowhere. This is like
I
being
bet-
in Iowa and seeing a Black Hawk land in your backyard, right?
You know, I've seen something like that once.
Right? Right? So
Black
you're just
Hawk
like,
came
"What?"
into the
And you're-
airport, landed. I saw 2 guys come out in military garb, walk into the old terminal. Like, Why the
What am
fuck
I
are these
looking
here?
at?
What was I supposed to see that?
So he just turns and takes his sheep and leaves, and within 20 minutes the boat lands and
Dismas
it
will,
takes you back out the catamaran.
Dismas will have Marl take him a gold piece and tell him it's his lucky day.
Now the boats head out. The boats, which are also rowed by genies, are very quick, and they get you the catamaran very quickly. Now Jemsheed is excited. You can tell he's excited. It's like, oh, you've been back very quickly. Quickly, hand all of them their boon. Give each of them their boon. Now, each and every one of you, henchman and person, gets a platinum ring worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Now, the henchmen are not going to put that in the pool. They're keeping it, but...
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, the box, it's unopened. And he pulls out his genie, another genie who... It is, sir, the box that I told you to get.
Hmm.
And he waves his hand over it, breaks all the wizard marks, and opens it. And he's very disappointed. You can see it on his face. Brokenhearted. He reaches in and pulls out a scepter. It's a little longer than your... clench your fist, and it's from your elbow to your... That's that long. It looks like it's platinum and just encrusted with blue-white diamonds. That's... No. And he puts it down, and the genie looks at it and looks at him and shakes his head. He pulls up a wand and taps it on the box. No secret. No. Gentlemen, you've done a good job. This is a gamble. It's not what I was looking for. Give it to them. And the genie hands you the scepter. You may have this as the other boon for working so hard to get this. I must return to Hijaz and find another way to look for it. I have not found what I was looking for. Good day, gentlemen. And I wish you very well. I am in a very big hurry, so if you don't mind, please step into the box and we'll send you back to your city. And off to your side is a big box. It's about 14 by 14 feet. The doors are open, and inside it's surrounded by benches. Now, so the box is 14 by 14. It's about 12 feet tall. And sitting on the top is a massive T-shaped brass bar.
Uppercase T or
"Step
lowercase
inside."
T?
What's that?
Uppercase T or lowercase T?
Uppercase T, but the top bar is really wide.
Okay.
Step inside and have a seat, all of you. And the other one will take your horses back to Seaward for you.
Oh, good, because I got some special horseshoes on that horse.
My friend, should you find another lead to what you seek, call upon us again.
Cardinal nod.
I find you the most agreeable of people. This is one of the best groups ever. No fighting, no requests for more money, no questions. Trust me, gentlemen, I have many quests in the future, and if I'm in this part of the world, I will see you. You are men of good heart and goodwill. Hard to find in the world. But please, again, and you see your horses being loaded onto another one of these. Enjoy the wealth, not wealth I seek. Now you guys sit down and you hear a thunderclap outside, like lightning just struck. And then a second later, the same thing happens to you. There's a sensation that you've never had before. You're rushing through the air. You feel almost nausea. And just 20 minutes later, the doors open and you're in Seaward.
Huh.
And your horses are waiting for you. And both Thunderbolt chariots then vanish back to the catamaran.
Ah. What's the scepter?
You gonna use the fence?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fence is gonna tell you two things. One, it's worth 80,000 gold pieces. And two, it should be worth a lot more because it's hollow.
Hmm?
You know, before we sell it, let's scholar it up.
Yes.
Scholar it up.
Try to open it.
However long that takes. Let's.
Oh, you
scholar
try
it
to
up.
open it? Well, the bottom is tricky, but you can unscrew it.
I do it.
Okay, a metal rod slides out. It's about as long as your forearm, about twice as thick as your thumb, and at the far one end there's a hole through it because your forefinger. The other end is wrapped in a weird leather.
Oh no!
boy.
Am I under the effects of
How do we get
anything
in
from
contact
tussing
with
it?
this guy?
What's that?
Am I under the effects of anything from tussing it?
They
You really want to
wouldn't-
know?
They wouldn't
Yeah,
be
I'm
able-
holding it.
Give me a system shock check. That's percentage.
This guy couldn't sense that it was in there, or is this a
Magic,
total-
it's an artifact. You can't normally detect it that way.
But there was. A
I make my
genie.
system suck.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just messing with you. You're fine.
Okay.
However, it's really weird. As a matter of fact, Bill, you've seen this before. You know what this looks like?
Hmm.
It looks like a lever that you use to control a windmill.
Wait a minute. A lever?
Yeah, it's a lever.
For
It's
Oh,
got notches.
no.
You realize that the
For the
other end has got
contraction?
it's got teeth notches on it,
Do we
Right.
actually have this stupid thing?
and it's obviously a lever for some big complex machine.
Wait. No. Am I feeling compelled?
What's that?
Am I feeling compelled to do stuff with it?
Why would you be?
No,
However,
I do not trust.
The
Is it
scholars
the
are gonna check this
contraption?
out, right?
Poke people with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The scholars are gonna check this out.
Okay, scholar check. O2! O2! I'm taking a picture. I'm taking a picture. You got an O2 on your scholar check. This, my friend, is the fabled lever.
For what?
It is said, scholars know this, that deep inside Skull Mountain is a machine
Oh,
and it's missing a
We should
lever.
Teleport somewhere else.
And if you put the lever into the machine, it will work again, and the machine is a miracle machine that can grant you anything you want.
We know better than that. Right, guys?
Do we?
We actually
don't think so.
don't!
I still want to teleport it out.
What I know is we can sell it to people who know exactly as much as we know, but are dumber. With more money.
I can't believe
They
it
might
was
destroy the universe.
I can't believe it. You know what I was saying? I told Dan 3 days ago. I wonder where the lever of the contraption went.
Now the question is, why is Jamshed looking for the lever?
That's
I
right.
know that raises more questions.
How did he not notice this? Is my question.
It's an artifact. It's a component of an artifact. You can't detect it normally.
Nope,
Yes,
the
but
thing
you'd
is-
think he'd figure out, like, oh yeah, double trick.
Gave up too easy.
Oh wait, maybe
Now,
I
you have to
should-
understand. I'll give you a little background so it makes sense. Jamshed has been looking for this thing for 20 years and has found 3 other fakes or weird out.
Oh, there we go.
He's used to being disappointed.
Ah.
You ever see the Maltese Falcon? Back when
Why
I was
is he looking for the lever?
back when I was 14, I came up with this entire concept after watching the Maltese Falcon.
Sam,
Black
Miracle Machine. Who wouldn't be looking for the lever?
Right.
I bet the Company of the Dark Moon. is looking
1341
for the
Noir?
Oh, we're definitely looking for the lever. There's a good reason why we're looking for the lever.
lever. I bet they would buy it.
I bet
Oh,
they
heck
would-
yeah, they would buy it. In fact, I know who exactly would buy it, and he has a lot of money.
I bet they would buy it for a lot of money and a lot of magic.
Are we talking 5 times the value that was listed earlier?
All of the magic items and all of the
Uh, Well, for one thing, we need to worry about them just killing us to take the lever because they know utter parts about this lever and how bad it is. to
Ah,
actually hold
okay,
this
so
thing.
this company's Dark Moon might be on,
Well,
the
the Company of the
dark
Dark Moon
side.
is good. Hold it. They're good aligned and you're good aligned. That wouldn't happen.
That wouldn't happen unless they know something happens because
and
of
they
this
know
lever.
us and they love us. Seeker
Yeah.
loves us.
We're
Does
friends.
he
and
though?
they've got lots of magic armor to spare.
Yeah, and weapons and stuff. And
Now,
things.
here's the thing. Here's the fun thing. You guys have been gone 8 days. So in the midst of finding out that you may be holding the lever to the contraption, you also find out that right now the Company of the Dark Moon is in town, ferrying thousands of people from Freeport, the pirate city that was out in the Demon's Tears, after they annihilated the Pirate Alliance.
In fact, we know exactly who we can talk to right now.
So right now
Athanasius.
you have the 4 most powerful members of the entire Company of the Dark Moon in town.
The question is it more responsible to give it to them or the king?
Well, here's the punchline.
They
We
know
need to
the
talk to
mountains, right? That'd be
Athanasius
fun
the
to do.
cleric first, because we would have noticed, but he has the missing dial.
Well, we wouldn't know that.
We wouldn't know that.
We've
So
thing is,
we've worked with
But the
we've
thing
worked
is,
with Seeker and we've worked with Clint. Are either of them there?
No.
both of them. No, but everyone knows
Clint
Athanasius.
just left town.
And Clint's kind of angry with us, or at least.
No, he
No, Clint-
isn't.
No.
That
Clint
was a
likes you guys.
misunderstanding. That's
Listen,
okay.
you guys misunderstood everything. Clint actually really likes you guys.
Oh,
Yes, because remember,
Well,
we did not
and that-
play because someone went into the hospital a couple times.
Thank you.
So there was no mistakes made by anyone. We're still on good terms.
good.
Clint
good.
just left. In fact, we know which direction he's going. If we want to meet up with Clint, we can.
Especially the 21 with the 7 league boots, you can catch Clint like that.
Yeah, it's
I
true. He's
the
just,
company's
as in he
here.
literally
I-
just left because he
I-
just finished killing necromancers.
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
just as soon give it to the company, but
Seeker would be
Let
our-
Carberry talk. He's got a bad mic.
I'm sorry. Either Clint or Seeker would be our point of contact because I don't think we've really dealt with anyone else.
No.
Athanasius, though, is really famous for being this friendly dude. But you know where Clint is.
But
You can
isn't-
catch up to him in
doesn't
one
he-
step.
doesn't Athanasius hang around their base in Old Bridge? We've met.
He goes to the
we,
he
we
actually
could
runs
we
to Will
could
Valley.
send Marin to talk to Clint and see if he's willing to kind of assist maybe on this.
Absolutely. a matter of fact, I'm going to say right now, one step can catch up with Clint right now.
Because he literally just left. As in, they started to do the
I mean,
pirate adventure.
The minimum
left.
step length is almost too far to meet Clint. He's that close.
And basically, don't tell him what we've got. Just say we found something, and we think we might out of.
Okay, let's just clarify. Do we want to do this right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Marin will
Right
go,
now,
Yeah.
and
I
he
don't
will
do
wait
this
on.
right now.
He will,
I'm running Clint. Just I'm running Clint right now.
okay, Marin will step forward onto the road, and then he'll
Oh
just,
no. Hey Dad, do I need to make another saving throw the moment I see it?
We'll get there.
He's
Oh,
not
dear.
taking it with him. He's going to say.
I know, but if he sees it, there might be other things going on.
That's why I'm running Clint.
Okay,
So
Marin
what
will step
I'm
forward
thinking
up
is
on the road,
Marin goes-
and we'll probably end up riding back and not just stepping
Yep.
back.
Okay,
so
so
he'll bring
you
he
catch
will bring
Clint.
he will bring Molly with him, and he
No.
will hail down Lord Clint.
No,
But tell him
Clint
that the
recognizes you
have
guys.
nice
He's
and
he's
nice.
obviously happy to see you. He's been looking forward to meeting you guys to explain what happened with the tower and apologize for how quickly that happened. It was just a strategic move that was part of the deal with securing the borders and making peace with everybody from Orion to the new Mar.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one likes
Marin
that
will be kind of like not trying to rush him on, just like we understand. We
Sure.
understand. My apologies, sir. Could we have you turn around towards Seaward City?
Oh, sure.
We have
I've got.
we have a matter we
definitely come back to
wish-
see with you guys.
We have a matter we
Yeah.
wish to discuss with you and get your assistance.
Absolutely, he'll come right back to Seaward. He'll turn around with an entire retinue of like what is it, 14 henchmen?
Not
It's
that
apparently-
many. It's let's see, his cleric, his ranger, his monk, his man at arms.
So he
that's
turns
it.
around with this entire convoy
Yeah,
and heads
he's
back.
packing light.
And within 2 hours, you can meet him on the west gate.
All right.
Oh, what is it that you need my attention?
He looks to Soren and Dismos. All right.
Tell the story of what we were asked to do, in the context, and then Soren could say, and then I defeated this guy in a joust. He can detail that for a little bit,
Well done, well done. Jousting, always honorable.
and then we can say, and then we searched the city, and we found quiet dog, and then we found, hey, not
No,
necessary.
let's not
so fun.
show it to him as like a big reveal. Let's tell him what we think it is first,
Yeah,
and then see if he wants to see it.
And we found something that are dismissed, and then when we looked closer, it looks like something that perhaps is beyond our ken. As scholars, we think it might be this.
Well, he tells you he doesn't want to see it at all,
Oh,
but he wants his henchmen to make sure that it is what they think it is. He must spare his eyes from it. He tells you.
oh,
But his henchmen will confirm that it matches every description they have of it, down to its odd weight.
ooh.
So he would
So-
love to have his men take it off your hands, but that's going to require him to talk to the company of the Dark Moon about compensation.
Whatever he
Because
thinks is fair.
if you go down the Storm Coast to go to the Bismarck of the Storm Coast, there's the company's treasury.
Yes. It's about
You will be
2-3 days right away.
You'll be compensated appropriately in magic items and wealth.
We would, and again, what I think what James Soren said is exactly, whatever company feels is fair. We're not really in a position, Bart, because we don't necessarily want that. So
Yeah,
if
we can't do anything with it. We trust them.
Over to his henchmen and pending payment later, fine, we trust them. Or if they want us to hang on to it and leave it in our possession while we take it somewhere, fine.
No.
Here's what Clint's going to tell you to do. His men and him will take it right now, and you're to ride to Storm Keep, due south,
Right.
easy to find. It's just 3 days ride max, and once you get there, the company of the Dark Moon will compensate you handsomely.
Because in town, he'll talk to Clarence. He'll send a messenger off to do it to basically give you the terms of what you can take.
The thing is, now I've got you guys, a bunch of PCs, getting paid by a bunch of other PCs, so I have to have them figure out what they're going to offer you. But I'm going to tell you right, I don't think you're going to be sad.
No, I'm gonna need to actually check the company's treasury because let's see, it's probably going to be a minimum of 40,000 gold pieces plus a pick from the company's treasury minus one item they're not going to tell you about.
Yeah,
items. Two
let's
items
see.
they're not going to tell you about
I'm.
because there's two scrolls you can't take.
The scrolls are off limits.
The scrolls are off limits, but I'm going to give you a list of what you can take from the company's treasury.
And what it's going to be, probably 4 items soon.
One item each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And again, I think we're in a position where we respect you guys, and we
Who here has two-handed sword proficiency? Because I will tell you one of the items on there.
Nobody.
No one in
Well-
the party so far.
Since we're all going to level, most of you are going to get a weapon proficiency. One of the weapons is a +4 two-handed sword of life, steal, and wounded that we have never figured out who to give it to. That's just one
the half
item.
ogre. What's the half ogre's name? Octavius.
He has better.
Octavius
He has
doesn't-
better weapons,
Yeah, Octavius thinks that's trash compared to Thresher.
or
horse
a
killer.
horse killer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I will get the list together.
Yeah.
Probably sometime tomorrow or the day after. I have a lot of free time because work starts late for me soon. So
Yeah.
I'll give you the list of what you are allowed to take, and also included in that list, if you want it, Clint will include it, is a map of the Briars.
Woohoo! Wait, but now
It
the
counts as a magic item because only the
Only
company,
the company and the king have it.
Yeah, but we've been all the cool places, barely survived.
there's some places you still don't know about.
Yeah, but now it's like Central Park, right? You guys pass by it.
But this means if we
It's
have
a
the map,
list of
you
places
can
we have
never
to
get
avoid.
lost in the
Well,
briars
no,
again.
listen. I'm going to tell you right now. With the map of the Briars plus that treasure map you have, you can walk straight to a ring of 3 wishes.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
So just keep that in mind. That's one of the magic item picks. Is we'll make a copy of the briar map for you guys.
Depending on the promotion here, Abraham Smucker, my fighter cleric, will have at level 4. He's level 2. He won't make 4. He will be right below though. Then he can pick up another proficiency.
Now remember, the rule is henchmen can always double level because they're only henchmen.
Because they get half experience points, so them double leveling is a special occasion.
Yeah, if they're double leveling, something bad happened.
Ooh,
All right, guys.
I've been freezing all my henchmen.
You have been. If you've done that, take all your henchmen and add 2 levels. I mean, don't exceed your own level. But don't freeze your henchmen.
I've tracked where I... Yeah.
Wait. They can double level? Henchmen can always double level?
Henchmen can always double level because they're only a henchman.
Heck, damn it,
But-
man.
This
That would have made the math so much easier.
When you
Remember,
bring up,
you can always pause them if it means that they would leave your service.
Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't know that.
and now also keep in mind, this is so that when you get your brand new first level henchman, they're not super weak for super long if they
Right,
survive.
because a lot of things happen. You'll be 8th level, get a first level henchman, and they go to 3rd, then 5th, and 7th, and then finally.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
Nelvin is actually a 4-format Scoundrel Arms now.
But yeah, I will get that
Absolutely, he should
list
be.
of what items they will allow you to take because some of them are horrifically cursed. We're actually holding onto them to keep them out of bad hands.
Well, there's also stuff that are basically the equivalent of tactical nukes that they won't let go, like the 2 scrolls.
Yeah, well, one of the scrolls is actually just something we're keeping because it's too useful. But the other scroll is something that is actually a cursed. Is actually an artifact. We're keeping it because it's that bad.
Oh, which one is that? Hold on.
The scroll that lets you summon an army.
That's right.
But no one knows.
Oh,
what the
right.
thing
That's
is.
right. That's right. The scroll that summons an army of 47,000 warriors that do whatever to do.
But they have a payment and it's never specified what it is.
Yeah, nobody knows what they demand payment. You must pay them, and nobody knows what the payment is.
Did I hear that right? 30,000 warriors?
17,200
I heard
warriors.
70,000.
Yeah, right.
17,000.
I actually put my thumb over my mic. It's 17,200. They're a full army. They have a high
Their
morale,
commander is an 18th level fighter,
right?
etc., etc.
Et cetera, et cetera. But nobody knows what their payment is. But you must pay them.
Otherwise, there is consequences, and no one knows what the consequences
Like
are.
cosmic consequences. Like nobody knows. And so
No
it's
one
never
knows.
been used.
It's never been used. And
Now, interestingly enough, that scroll was first found with the Osquip scroll. Did you know that, Sam?
amazing.
The Osquip scroll is a scroll that when you read it is cursed. And what does it do, Sam?
Summon 300 Osquips on your location immediately.
And they're hungry.
What's Noswhip?
A
It's
1+1 giant rat.
Ah,
It's a meaner giant rat.
and it summoned how many?
300 on top of you, and they're all hungry. We found the aftermath of that scroll.
Maybe
How
use
did
that in
so many get
space.
the other scroll? Anyway, that's not important.
It's not important. So, guys, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh
Write this
boy.
down. 19,000 experience points per PC. 9,500 per henchman.
Nice.
What was it per henchman?
Now,
9,500. Half of it.
9,500. Now, all of you write down that you've been exposed to an artifact. This matters.
Yes. Oh goodness. Okay. Yes, we want to avoid going to the contraption.
Now that you've seen the lever, if you go to the contraption, you get no saving throw versus its curse. You know this instinctively.
We know that if we go to the contraption, we'll be affected by the curse because
Clint doesn't want to see it.
Right.
because
Now the lever can't curse you, but having seen and touched the lever, now if you see the contraption, no saving throw.
I also need to mark that down for all my henchmen except Baldric.
Yes, it's true.
Now, then, Clint has his own reasons for also not wanting to see the lever.
If Clint sees the lever, he has to make a saving throw.
Yeah, or die.
Yee.
Because
Is
of
the-
other funny things he did way back in the day that he regrets in some ways, but is
It's one of
very
those things
good.
that it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Was he poking buttons and pulling levers?
No, he wished to know what the contraption was.
Oh, yeah.
It's an
Well, that's
artifact. He
useful
gets
knowledge.
fragments of it based on what he sees of it. Now, there's
got a
another
weird-
wish.
Yeah.
There's another wish he made that was actually even worse. It made sense at the time. But if he speaks what he learned from that wish, everyone needs to make a save versus death magic at -8 or die.
Everyone on Earth.
Everyone who
No,
hears what he said.
If he utters certain sentences, you must save versus death magic -8 or die.
Right? All right.
Now then, what he's doing, he's actually saving it because he doesn't want to say it because he knows that certain things are listening when he speaks those words.
Yes.
He's just waiting. One of his
There's-
actual
See, if you were ever utter that phrase, I roll a d4 on a 1. Extraplanar entities hear it, and now they can go visit the contraption.
Oh,
But that's only if they can scry to that location. Clint is waiting to fight Pathan in his bone fortress where nothing can scry.
I thought Pathan died.
No, Pathan's still
He's
up
still
and
alive. His last of the old guard died. I hope you guys are
running. Yes, his
have prepared.
apprentices died.
I hope you guys
His
are
last
prepared
ap-
for him having new apprentices.
We killed
Possibly?
one of them.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right this, because he had 2 new apprentices. One died in Lechia, and the other one died. You
Offspring.
fought one of them, and she died. Pathan, for the first time in 200 years, has no apprentice.
Oh, I thought you guys tanked Pathan. So is he
No, oh heck no. There'd be celebrating in the streets of Seaward City if Pathan died.
Listen, there's only 2 living people in the world that have seen Pathan. Orion. No, never mind. It's 1
Yeah, Orion's the only person who has seen him.
and
Who's
lived
still
and is
alive.
still alive. 2 others saw him, but they've died of old age in the meantime. Pathan is just outliving everybody.
Okay.
Oh, so, yeah, I maybe wasn't reading properly on the.
No, that's fine. I may have been unclear. No, Pathan's last apprentice is dead.
I thought they
And-
did they drive him out of the briars or the brambles.
No, he's still
No.
there. That's the problem.
Okay.
Well, he's in the brambles with his kobold, goblin, dragonel, hobgoblin army,
Undead army.
and his undead
With
army,
bugbears.
And
and bugbears.
In his mountains of gold from tax money over all these years. 55 years of taxes.
What's interesting is, well, the next, I'm going to give you guys updates because you were gone 6, 7, 8, 9 days. This was be the 14th of the month. Sam, write that down for me and send me a note. This
14th.
Excuse me. The 15th, because you waited to sail 1 day. 15th of the month of blossoms. Okay, good. So you guys get back to Seaward on the 15th. I assume some of you are leveling, so it'll probably be the first of the next month before you're done with training.
Yep.
And I'll give you guys an update of what happens while you're doing all that. Are there any other questions before I let you guys go?
the only question I have is the company buying the Holoceptor?
The scepter? No, you can sell that scepter separately.
Oh, the company, you can sell that in Seaward price.
The
Absolutely.
lever we're taking off your hands.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I
I just wasn't
guess,
sure if they were also buying the case that it came in. You know.
No, we don't need the case. We
Okay.
have lead boxes that we use to transport stuff like that.
Speaking of which, note that down. The case is something you should put on the loot list to split up. It's non-magical, but it blocks all scrying attempts.
I don't know though. 80,000 gold pieces is 80,000 gold pieces.
Well, I'm talking about the case, not the scepter.
Ah, yes, the box. Okay.
the box. And then
Wait, the box prevents
books-
scrying?
The box uses non-magical stuff to detect magic and scrying. Yeah.
Mm. Why did that bozo want the lever? Oh well, we'll worry about that some other time.
chemical.
Hey, look, we have a future job contract in the future. We were under no contract to tell him about any of this.
It's true. In fact, he'll be like, guys, I have another lead. We just laugh to ourselves.
Yeah, I got.
How much are you gonna pay me?
Ain't gonna take it though. And then the 3 books, the spell books, obviously.
I will get you the spellbook contents
And then
tomorrow.
I think it's because it's late. We'll be giving out what the loot is: the box, the Zemstone, the statue, the hat.
By the way, the statue, is a figurine of wondrous power that turns into a 7th level Avariel.
Fighter.
It is a elf fighter, 7th level, that can fly at a speed of 18.
Seventh?
Just 7th level fighter.
Oh, 7th level fighter. Okay.
Fighter, straight fighter.
A straight fighter. They're an elf, and they can fight with spear, short sword.
Who can fly? Okay.
And you can fly at 18. Yeah.
Very good.
Now that's 1 hour an activation. No more than 1 activation a day. No more than 5.
More than 5 a week.
Correct. Now, if you activate him and there's not a fight, he can scout. He can carry things.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So the moldy book, which we will need, which we as scholars will know to open without inhaling mold, spores, and things, and then the other 3 books, including the 2 spell books.
I'll get that all figured out for you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
And then
you
I'll
know
also
it.
send you guys what you can take from the company's treasury.
Woohoo!
Because you have saved us so much heartache. You have
This
no
was a
idea.
great session, guys. A great session. Now,
You have no idea just how much time and energy and resources you saved us from finding that thing.
And I tell you what, the CEO, quiet you, the CEO of the company of the Sword and Scroll kicked some butt.
There's a fight going on today.
Yeah,
Now,
we did really good. Good
You
experience.
guys did great. The jousting was great. The fighting was great. And you guys you guys actually diverted a lot of combat by doing it smart, outside of the city, accepting the joust, etc. You missed tangling with 7 ghouls and a master ghoul all at once in a nightmare and just fighting by taking the joust and then pulling it off. Well done. And you guys are getting up in level. You're starting to move up towards the big leagues. You're starting to. But I'm going to spend the next 2 days getting together an update for both player groups because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, including like I said, by the time you get back, there's only 1 pirate left in the Demon's Tears. Gax.
Guy, we got him outnumbered.
Be right there, baby. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for a great game. I really enjoyed it, and I appreciate your attention. Thank you so much.